absolutely thrilled to be here in LAAX.
I love LAAX. The course is always so fun to ride.
Was LAAX gemacht hat für den Freestyle-Sport, das ist einfach gewaltig.
Welcome to the legendary LAAX Open. This is the one everyone wants to win. Look at that. There are no excuses for the riders. Astronomical, look at the size of it!
God damn it. This is definitely overweight. Oh, right. Gotta keep the bears out. I'm just on my way to the airport. I just wanted to call quick and say hello. Are you going skiing?
No, not today. I went yesterday again, so I've been, 11 times or something, so up the mountain 11. The snow was excellent yesterday, but so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's the payoff, right?
You've been like 4 times as many times as I have.
I'm sorry.
No,
You're the one.
no, don't say
No.
sorry.
You're the one who should be going 11 times.
No, I'm happy for you. That means like you're super legit.
Yeah.
I get
I'm
street
trying.
cred.
So enjoy your riding.
Okay.
I can see the smile on your face already.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Okay, love.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Love you.
Love you so much.
Okay.
Take good care.
Yeah, safe travels to, and say hi to Dad for me.
Oh, I absolutely will. Yeah, I'll let him know that you called.
Okay.
Thank you so much, okay?
Love you,
Bye-bye,
Mom.
love.
Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
I think we're stuck.
How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you. Hey.
Muna, nice
nice to meet you. You're Livia's friend, right? Good to see you again. Hey, I'm Jess.
Yuri, nice to meet you.
Yuri, nice to meet you too.
I'm enjoying LAAX so far.
Well, I just got here, but
Guys, come, we've got a rehearsal to do, please. I know it's...
But it's Jess.
Come on, pretty please. Sugar on top. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so we're all on the couch over there.
what is this?
Come on!
3, 2, 1, go!
You know how we do it? This is how we do it.
Energy, see, I ain't ready for the wham. Energy's raw, I've never been glam. Energy sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's yeah, like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. Energy, 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 one. So the energy, 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 one.
My name's Jess Kimura, and I've been a pro snowboarder for about 15 years. Trying to come up in this industry as a girl was tough. Getting left out of video projects and catalog shoots and competitions, or not having just the same opportunities as the guys. And it made me really worried for the next generation of girls that was gonna come up behind me. In 2017, I decided to make my own snowboard film with no experience and no budget. I could see them, I could see how talented they were, and they just didn't have an outlet to show what they could do. More and more girls would come out of the woodwork every year. I felt like if people just saw it, then things were gonna happen for them. We made a second one, and we made a third one. Throughout those 3 films, like over a dozen girls were able to launch professional snowboard careers. It just shows that if you give someone an opportunity to show what they can do, they can take it further than anyone could imagine. So after making 3 films, I felt like the industry had shifted a bit. I felt like there was more opportunities for the girls to be filming in projects and be part of teams. But what was missing was the resources and the budget. I used to go to rail jams when I was coming up because I felt like that was my only way that I could make a couple $100 here or there in the season. And The prize money for the girls was always so much less, or it was like, here's a hoodie and a beanie, and the guys are getting prize money. And I felt like when the resources are split like that, the girls always get the short end of the stick. And that was just normal, but I want to create a new normal, and that's what I'm trying to do with this event. The first year that we did it was so DIY. We did everything ourselves in order to save money on stuff. We used discount paint. We got metal out of the recycling bins. For features, we just tried to cut costs as much as we could so that we could keep that prize purse where it's at. And we're kind of still doing that today, but just on a bigger scale because I feel like we've proved the concept. So we have $60,000 in prize money. The lowest check is $1,500 and goes all the way up to $15,000. I wanted to give away a bunch of money, sure, but I also wanted to make an experience where they just felt like everything was extra special, and I just wanted to make them feel like rock stars, like rolling out the red carpet, having an amazing welcome party, having gift bags with hundreds of dollars of stuff in it, having a course that's completely made for them, having all the best photographers and filmers in the industry there pointing their cameras just at them. I just wanted to make like this absolute pinnacle experience for them. I felt like the confidence that that would give them could really make a difference in the progression that was able to happen.
Welcome to the 2025 Uninvited Invitational.
Gosh, the Uninvited is so special. People feel that they can really push themselves and do something that they haven't done in a competition before, which is so cool.
This event like really pushes women to like get out of their comfort zone. It really does light a fire underneath a lot of these women to just like step up and like push the sport more. I love this event.
Uninvited is so special because it's the only event where you get to bring together, 72 chicks to come rip this epic setup from the first year. I feel like has just made such an impact on women's snowboarding in general. Like, it's really brought out all of these sick girls, and you get to see the level of women's snowboarding, and as it grows throughout the years, it's epic.
Funny hearing from a lot of the guys like, oh, we should do a guys event like this, or the course is so sick, like it'd be so sick if we could let the guys ride it. Like, this is our whole lives, is like seeing this thing over here that's so amazing that we would love to be a part of, but there's no way we're gonna be able to be a part of it. And if we get to be a part of it, we're kind of feeling the whole time like really on the outside, and I want to bring the girls to the inside and make them feel like they are the main event.
Oh my God. Oh, the boss.
Nothing that would do will never click. Looking at me, boy. You're looking at me, girl. You're looking at me. Give me that love, but you're looking at me.
You know how we do it? This is how we do it.
Energy's here, you're not ready for the wham. Energy's war, I've never been glam. Energy's sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. Energy, 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 one. The energy, 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 one.
All right, we are here with Vivian from Zalando, one of the most prolific and inspirational creative directors out there. Tell me, Vivian, why are we here?
So we're here because we're filming a documentary around 4 fantastic snow sports athletes. And yeah, this is the last stint of the documentary. We've already had 2 episodes that we filmed in the Swiss Alps as well as in the Austrian Alps. It's a project that we've been working on almost for a year now. And the first chapter is coming to an end with the first season, which is going to end here in LAAX. You know, it's the finale of the World Tour. It's the last kind of stop before the Olympics. So there's a lot on the line.
And this is profiling like the athletes.
Yes, so we're with David Hablützel, we're with Juliette Hanno, Mathilde Gemot, and Nicolas Huber. And we're profiling them. We're going behind the scenes. We're kind of looking into their lives, who they are outside of the pipe, outside of the slopes. Really kind of trying to get a feeling for who they are as people rather than as athletes.
That's really cool. I feel like we kind of lucked out in that like storytelling is like the new brand equity, and like brands are really seeing the value in it, which is kind kind of like, I assume you're someone who's always been a storyteller, but it's kind of like you bought Apple stock back in the day and you're already like at the top of being able to produce stuff like this. Like, how does that feel for you to be able to like be working with a corporation that's selling a product, but also be able to like tell those authentic stories?
I think we're moving more and more into like a platform rather than just a retailer. And I think that's really where the importance of storytelling comes in, because we need things that people to relate to. And, you know, campaigns and ads are, you know, great ways to tell stories around product and collections. But the connection to the people is something that we were really missing. And that's where our idea came to, you know, go into long form. And for us, it was never a question of if we're ever going to do it. It's just when the right time is to do it, because we've been talking about this for such a long time. So we were extremely happy when we got the go-ahead to produce this documentary, that we got the trust from Zalando. And for them, it took a lot as well to really be okay with, you know, going into this new direction, because it's just something that we haven't done like this before. And
yeah, it's like the unknown.
Exactly. It's like kind of diving into the unknown and, you know, trying something new. But the results for the first episodes have been fantastic. You know, we've gotten so much beautiful feedback of how we told the story of these 4 brilliant athletes, and even from the athletes themselves. You know, when they get approached by other big brands to make documentaries, they're extreme sports athletes, so they're really focused on the tricks, on those gnarly things that they do. We were focused on them. Who are you as a person? And that was really great to see the reaction from people, and then also, you know, it's gotten so much good traction.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a risk taker?
Me, myself, for sure. Yeah, I love to take risks, and I think in the content world, we've gotten really comfortable with our, you know, 30 seconds and 1 minute video clips. So it was a huge risk, and I think there was also a lot of tension to see, you know, is a 30-minute video gonna have the same effect on people? And thank God it didn't. It had a totally different effect. And it brought out emotions, because people can relate to what they see. And I think that was really something that it was a risk worth taking.
As you learned more about the athletes, like when you were interviewing them and following them around, like did you feel like there were any parallels between what they're doing and what you're doing?
I think the insecurities. I think, you know, the things that they're going through, you know, am I still good at what I do? I think that's something that everybody can relate to. And that's something I found really beautiful about them, because we only see the crazy things that they do usually. To see also the vulnerable side and the risks that they take. I wouldn't say I ever take as much risks as they do, because it's just they put their physical well-being on the line. But they love it so much and they're really passionate about it. And I think seeing that is really inspiring. But the parallels between myself, for example, and them is just like we're all insecure at some point. And it was really great to see them share that with us as well.
That's amazing. Yeah, I feel like vulnerability is such a like, even people always get surprised when they see people like at a high level, and I'm sure like other creatives out there who are up and coming, to hear that from you, that's going to mean a lot, because they don't get to see that part, because all they see is like the results of the campaign, the results of the video.
For sure. And I think as a creative, it's really difficult to love your own work. Always when you do it in a corporate context, you're doing it for a purpose that might not really align 100% with what your creative vision is. And I think being a good creative also means that you're comfortable with that. But when you're going into certain narratives where you can really get behind, that's where the magic really happens. But it's also the reality that a lot of stars have to align for you to love what you're doing, and that you get to work on something that is really something that you're interested in. And for me, it's just been a huge privilege.
So how do you feel about the outcome so far? I know there's one episode online already. There's going to be another one dropping very soon, right?
Yes, so the next episode is coming out next Monday on the 19th. And honestly, it was a hell of a ride for the first episode. We didn't really know where the story was going to go until we were in the edit. And that edit has been treacherous. And when we came out of it, I was really proud. I thought, I looked at it, and I, to this day, get goosebumps when I see those last scenes and just say like, wow, it really turned out great. And I don't say that often about work that I do, but I genuinely feel we did something that was true to them, what they wanted to tell, and that they could be proud of. But just like breaking through that frontier of storytelling just for Zalando in our context, that has been just, you know, really rewarding and great.
So was this the first kind of project or campaign that you felt was like totally authentic to you?
For me personally, as a creative, 100%. You know, it has my taste of music in it. It has my kind of sense of, you know, color grading and action and pacing. So for me, as a creative, as a, you know, a director in this case, it's 100% me. And it's not about me though, which is great. And I love, and it's also the team. Everybody influenced it so much. So I think the cool thing is that I can't stand behind it, but I speak also for the others in this, and that's the great part.
So I'm from snowboarding, and where I come from, like, you are the director, the athlete, the filmer, the producer, the editor. What exactly is, like, what was your role on this besides like coming up with the concept and really like fighting to make it a reality?
And that's awesome, by the way, that you kind of have all of those departments in your head. For me, especially for this documentary, is to lead the conversation. And everything comes from that conversation and from the narrative, because essentially we were a fly on the wall. These are not lives that we, you know, faked. We were just there to capture it. And I think because people haven't really seen it that much yet, this kind of behind the scenes of a pro snowboarder and skier, I think that's why it felt a little bit new. And for me, it was really just to ask the right questions, you know, to ask questions that might have not been so expected by them as well. You know, things like, do you believe in faith? Do you believe that, you know, some things are just meant to be, and how do you surpass also these big challenges in your life, rather than focusing on, you know, if you landed, you know, frontside 1080 or not. And I think that was where I had influence on, where I could steer a certain narrative.
Do you feel like you pushed the athletes out of their comfort zone in a new way?
Some of them for sure. I think others, they were really composed, and you know, sometimes when they didn't know the camera was rolling, that's when you can see them come out, and that was incredible to me. I think I can really speak for Nikki Huber, what we talked about and how we interacted with having not known each other at all. You know, jumping into the cold water, so to say, literally as well in the first episode, he just naturally opened up. And with Dave Hablitze, it's like a friendship now. You know, because you're talking to each other about such, you know, deep topics, it's like a consequence that you also become close. Same for the girls. You know, it's been really, really nice just, you know, kind of diving into their history, knowing what they're interested in outside of, you know, skiing. So it was a challenge, but we got there at the end, and I'm happy I could make them feel comfortable enough to share.
That's really cool. Do you think you would do this again?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm
like,
set.
Do you need a nap first, or?
I'm so tired. I know. I'm really set on developing this further. I really want to take it to new places, develop more formats, really get more interesting people on board, but also continue the story. You know, none of these stories are done yet, and there's still so much to do outside of the sport and also inside of the sport, that I'm gonna do everything I can to continue this journey.
I would love to see a documentary about you making this documentary and what you went through to make it happen.
The documentary, yeah. We've done a lot of BTS, and honestly, it's just been such a great time with the production crew and the family. You know, we've grown so close together. It's something that might be worth watching if you're a creative, because I think the lesson from this is always pitch new ideas.
Yeah.
Always try to push the frontier of what your context is giving you, because what you can say for sure is that people are interested in more than, you know, just editorial content or ads. They want to hear about people, and they want to tap into that emotion.
I feel like people are generally like over the whole polished thing, and they want to see something real and something that they can feel something about. That's going to last way longer. So it's kind of cool to see like a synergy between like what, I mean, I personally really feel is the right thing to do, but also like have a big corporation get behind it and give you the chance to
for sure.
see your vision through.
It's also the relatability, right? You want people to be able to relate to what they see. And I think athletes, above everything, they're just human beings. You know, they might have grown up in a different way. They might have had success, and, you know, these things shaped them. But at the end of the day, they're like us. They feel similar things. They have similar ideas, and they're creative people as well. As for what you were saying, what you did as well in terms of, you know, directing and being the creative director of your own kind of brand at the same time, it's something that, you know, is really prolific in this sport.
I would say that pro athletes and like aspiring pro athletes and people who are looking for a career in action sports, are actually probably a lot fewer than aspiring creatives and people that would be looking for a career similar to like what you've built yourself. How do you feel about people with a vision, but they don't like have the equipment, they don't have the experience? Like, I feel like everyone actually has a production studio in their pocket these days with their phone. How do you see things shifting, like even commercially, to a more like authentic or raw medium and format?
I think in short form, we're already there. You know, with TikTok and Instagram, everybody's become a master at production. You know, some of the great videos that we see nowadays coming for, 15 seconds, it's already there. And my answer would be is like, why not extend that to a longer story? If the vision is there, if the story is there, then you have the tools in your pocket. There's no difference between, what we do for TikTok and Instagram. The video quality doesn't matter that much anymore. I just recently saw a documentary that was recorded entirely on a camcorder. You can get that for $50 off eBay. It's really the idea that you execute in front of the lens that matters. And what I can tell people is like, get good sound. Sound is the most important thing. If you want, if you record something, you want people to really listen to it, and everything else, the chances are limitless. I think it's really how you execute on your ideas, and it's not going to work the first time. It's probably not going to work the second time. You're going to find that topic that's interesting, and I think explore it, and don't stop exploring ideas and stories, because essentially the more stories we can share, if it's in sports and action sports, or if it's in different categories and fields, I think the more closer we're all going to come together because we understand each other. So for me, it's really the opportunities are limitless. I think every extreme sports athlete, if they want to, I don't think they should if they don't have to, if they don't feel like it, but should explore it, because their lives are fucking incredible. They're crazy. You're traveling all around the world, and you're in New Zealand skiing, then you're in Japan skiing. Share that with people. I think it's pretty cool.
Do you mentor a lot of people? Like, do you get a lot of people hitting you up randomly, just being like, oh, it's my dream to do this, or have other people that work in the company under you that you feel like you're kind of guiding them?
I always have an open ear if somebody wants to explore ideas. I haven't really mentored that deeply, more for time reasons rather than for me not wanting to do it. But for more junior creatives, I've always told them to push the boundaries, as far as you can, to just also be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I think that's when we really create the best things. If you feel like you have to be on your toes, I think it's really fun and you become creative. And there's never a production obstacle that you cannot surpass with the creative answer. So if money runs out on one side, find a solution creatively on the other side. So don't get stuck up on those ideas. And I think for me, the next step is to also not focus just on me being able to execute that within the company, but to enable all of our creatives to be able to, explore these stories and tell them this way.
So yeah, you're blazing a trail to show what is possible, and that it can be, you can have both. You can have the authenticity, but you can also have the success commercially.
And also, what's really important is that we also need the other formats, right? We also need all of these other things that we have done so well for it all to make sense. But yeah, in a way, this is one of the few first ones that we've done, and it's just great to see that it's working. And I want everybody to be able to do something like this. And I think a lot of creators are going to get behind this as well. So I think it's just a fantastic way to start the year.
Cool, because you can only tell like so much in 15 seconds, right?
It's an art in itself. If you can tell a story in 15 seconds, that's pretty damn good. And there's some people who are incredible at that. And I think there's an important place for that as well. But it's also good to start this counterculture for like, okay, put your phone away for a minute and just, watch something a bit longer, a bit deeper, and, really connect with the people that you see there and what you can see. Because brand equity builds around emotion. And how much emotion you can transcend in 15 seconds is, it's limited. It's possible.
It's 15 seconds worth.
It's 15 seconds worth. And sometimes I see a video and I'm like, this is hilarious, and I love that. And it's just, maybe 5 to 6 second clip. But I feel personally it needs both. because we consume content in so many ways.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like finding the balance of going deeper, even just getting to know each other in real life too. Like everything is just so short and it sometimes feels meaningless. And I think it's really cool and inspirational, like legitimately, that everyone wants to feel like what they're doing matters or that their life has meaning, you know, and for you to be in such a high position and still be fighting for meaning, that's really inspirational. So
thank you.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
I mean that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love what I'm doing at the moment, and I just want to continue. You know, I really hope that we're gonna expand on this. We're gonna tell more stories like this, and also go into other categories in fields that are relevant.
Okay, so tell me, where can people watch this documentary?
So you can watch it on YouTube. On the Zalando YouTube channel, we have the first episode live.
What's it called again?
It's called Between the Lines.
Between the Lines, got it.
Yeah, so the first episode is called A Line We Draw, and this is figuratively, but also literally. The second episode is called A Risk We Take, and the third one is going to be In Where We Land. So the second episode is coming out Monday the 19th on the Zalando YouTube, and then the third episode will come out on the 9th of February.
Awesome. Are you going to be at the Olympics filming the outcome?
It's just impossible to be able to afford what they are asking for. But it's also good to end the story here because, again, for us, it was never about performance. It was never about medals. It was never about results. And I think that's what we made clear from the start. You know, the sport is a catalyst, but the real drivers are the human beings behind it. So for us not to be at the Olympics, it's not a problem at all because the story, it kind of ends here for now.
Yeah.
But LAAX is, I couldn't imagine a better place to end it than here.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really admire what you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep taking risks, keep telling stories,
Thank
and
you so
keep
much.
fighting the good fight.
Cool. Thank you.
You know how we do it? This is how we do it.
Energy say you're not ready for the wham. Energy's raw, I've never been glam. Energy sure like bars will land like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's yeah like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. Energy, 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 one. The energy, 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 one.
Looking at me, boy. You're looking at me, girl. You're looking at me, keeping that love, but you're looking at me. I keep that bad, I would do you no harm. I keep it right, even though you were doubting. Nothing that bad, I can do you no harm. But if you're gonna make me mad, no, don't ever make me mad. 'Cause if you're gonna make me mad, make me bad, make me bad.
Yeah, Miles! Hell yeah!
guys, we're here with Yvonne at the Freestyle Academy in LAAX. This is something that I'm really stoked to check out. It's something that any kid that snowboards, skates, or surfs would just dream to be at. So let's check it out. Show me around.
Cool. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Welcome in the Freestyle Academy.
Thank you.
So just to get shortly a little bit deeper why we do it, Freestyle Academy, it's our culture. Freestyle is our culture, and all is coming from surfing. And you've been up in the mountain, I guess, and you saw the snow park. And surfing is the story when you start 3,500 years ago. And then the progression of the sport was like surfing, skating, snowboarding. And our CEO, Reto Gurtner, he studied some parts in the US, and he met this surf culture, and they were friendly, kind, socializing, and his main dream was bringing that to the mountain. And
how long ago was that?
Ooh, that's a long time. It's early 90s.
Okay.
And my very good friend Reto Poltera started building up a snow park. That was 92 on the glacier and the Vorab, and that was at that point the longest snow park on the world ever. And then 95 we met, and then we were in the right time and the right place, and Reto Gurtner gave us his trust, and we started building up this whole freestyle world in LAAX, and with the snow park, with events, and as we said before, with some restaurants, coffee bar, with culture. And 2009, we got a video from a good friend from the States. All the good sport activities coming from the States. And there was like this facility with skating involved and trampoline, and it was just our dream to have that also in LAAX. And then all started with brainstorming, and then we flew over and visited it, and then we came just back, and in June 2010 we started building up the first Freestyle Academy.
And that's in this building here?
No.
Or okay.
This is
the new version.
No, this is version number 3.
Oh, no way.
Yes,
okay.
This is version number 3. Actually, number 4. Then we built it up number 1. Then they decided to make the Rocks Resort bigger, and then we had to move out, and temporarily we went in a circus tent with the whole Freestyle Academy. Very funny stuff, built up some skate park, skate stuff, and also trampoline. And during this period, we planned that one, and after that we built it. And since last year in August, we are open. And this is just a place to be, because freestyle is for parents sometimes a bit scary stuff, but everybody wants to do it because it's culture, it's also fashion.
So for the people out there who don't know what freestyle is, how would you describe that?
Freestyle describing is actually, in my opinion, easy. It's free, so open, style, do whatever you want.
So just movement.
Yes.
With no rules.
Exactly.
Doing whatever you want, feeling the flow.
Exactly, feeling the flow. And in that case, you need to be on the safe part too, because we work a lot with kids. We're having also such a facility in another village close to LAAX. It's specially made for the tiny ones, so from 0 till 8. And there we learn them how to progress easy and safely.
Like on smaller ramps
and stuff. Yes, it's smaller, and the trampolines are different, and the trannies are smaller, and then it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's the same here. We're having a trampoline area with different types of trampolines. And on that point, we're having a special made bowl, you see, with different highness, like that part
like
is
the deep end.
Deep end. Yes,
yeah.
I see you're totally in it.
Yes.
And then when we watched to that point, we having this big vert ramp.
I don't think I've ever seen a big vert ramp in person, honestly. So
really,
yeah, really.
Okay.
Seen a lot of bowls and stuff, but that's really cool mentality how you're building the kids up. Because I feel like sometimes there's this mentality in skateboarding that's like, yo, toughen up, just do it, and that doesn't apply to everyone. And for you guys to be like recognizing that it's important to get them started, like, and get them stoked and get them feeling like the feeling of moving on transition, you know?
A lot of kids wants to try, but the parents, they are not totally in it. They just try to forbid them that because they are really scared about it. But we just saw this point to make it safe. So to get the trust from the parents, we're starting teaching also. So we have teachers in a skate place, also in a trampoline place, and then they starting from zero on. And the same is actually also on the mountain. So it's a combination of all. Also on the top, we're having this small park, beginner park.
So you're talking on the snow,
yes, but it's a combination of it because when you come to LAAX, then you have this, I would say, this program on the snow, where you can meet different parks, different half pipes, different shapes. Also, the big ones I said before. The big kickers are shaped with a tranny on the side because of old mans like me. Then now we can use it also. And also here, and just imagine when a kid is growing up or making holidays on that place. So you can go up to the snow, having a good day. Then you come down, 4 o'clock, skating or trampoline. Bouncing.
This is like Disneyland for kids.
That's actually the dream I would like to have 40 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And this is actually yeah, this is impressive, and it's also funny because we started a skate program for kids, and skating is something urban. All right, so cities are totally into it, not resorts, not places in the mountain. But with this focus we had with transition skating, snowboarding, free skiing, we reached really a name in the skate world with different events we make, and that's very special. And
because you host a lot of events here.
Yes, also a lot of skate events as well, and also there, you know how it is, the feeling when you meet a freestyle event. The kids, they're so close to their idols, and you can touch them. It's totally different, and they talk with, and especially inside here as well, because it's close, and you just stand here, and your hero is just ripping the vert. What's better?
That's really cool because I feel like today a lot of the kids are just watching stuff on YouTube or seeing it like not in real life. So to be able to like get them up close to experience it is a whole other level. And I also liked what you said about making the ramps for the old guys to go do turns up there. It's like you start the kids, it's this full circle. You start the kids on the gentle ramps, and then they send it, and then you end your days on the gentle ramps again. So I love it.
We have a special skate program for people over 30, especially Friday night. And that's somehow funny because we started small, tiny, and now it grows. Those are mostly local people's parents for kids who's training in the Freestyle Academy, and that's quite fun. So
that's so cool. I was thinking that when you were talking about the moms or the parents who are not sure about it, like to get those moms out in a program skating, that's the coolest.
Yeah, and we do the same on the trampoline.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so you see, it never ends.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, this is what especially LAAX makes special. So here you meet this culture, and here you feel it from the kids to the parents as well. It's kind of, it's a lifestyle.
And what made you so passionate about this, that you would chase something so like, you know, you're in a resort town in the Alps, but you're pushing for something that's kind of like counterculture?
I like to create happy faces.
Right.
And I'm happy when I can do this as well, surfing, skating, or snowboarding. And that's the big hub for me to do it, because I know it's really cool.
That's amazing.
All right.
You're creating like, yeah, a whole generation of kids coming out of here that are just going to be on another level, you know?
Yes, but for me it's really important. It's not only one person. So it's so many different people who has the same mindset, and we're having people who's so creative and building up snow parks, and then I do have some skaters who exactly know what's on. We're having trampoline experts and stuff like this. I'm just the man.
Coordinating everything.
Yes, coordinating and steering a little.
Yeah.
But this is, I guess, this is the part of it to bring all together, and it's not only one person. It's so many people, and I could now call names, but when I starting, then I never stop. So it's
exactly. Then after you'll go to sleep at night going, oh, yes, I forgot that guy.
I forgot that guy. No,
yeah.
no. How can I fix it?
Totally.
Now it's really a team, and that team lives this spirit in LAAX.
That's amazing. Yeah, actually, could I go to the top? I've never stood on top of a workout before. Can I see what it would look like?
Let's do it. It's 13 feet.
Is that okay?
We just walk through this, walking around. You see, here we got the little
mini
ones, yes, with the spine, and especially this rope for learning a drop in. Makes
I've seen those in some videos, and I'm like,
yes.
Man, I would have been better at skateboarding if anyone would have let me use that.
These skates are collected by Sadie. He's actually the main brain for skating. Those are pro skates from people who rides this place.
This is just the dream, like for kids, for me even no longer a kid. It's just,
come on.
There's a way to work your way into everything.
We are never too old.
Right, just maybe, maybe too old to leave the ground.
Yeah, and here you see this is really impressive.
Wow.
Also, 13 feet.
Holy shit, it looks like oververt.
No, it's not.
Like
no, it's not. But when you look down, you got that feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Because I was like, I'm gonna go look at it. Maybe I would try to drop in, but I don't think so.
That's...
No. That's fine.
Not really. me neither. And here we're having an extension for really the big boys, I would say.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And just imagine when you got those really good skaters inside here. You see this scaffolding piece?
Yeah.
They're on that level.
Wow.
Yes. So they just going out 2-3 meters from the cupping.
That's really crazy. That makes you feel dizzy just standing up here. So.
And you get some daylights.
Yeah.
Good feeling.
Yeah, I feel like usually a place like this feels more like a bunker where you're like underground and there's no light, but it's like...
It's not, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Fine. And now it's quiet because school time and stuff, but weekends and also vacations, or when we have trainings with kids, is really crowded.
Okay, this is my golden ticket to the Freestyle Academy.
This is the golden way. Jess.
I'll add it to the stack. Awesome.
Now you can just go through the gate.
Now I'm legal.
You're legal. I'm gonna watch you from the top. Below? Yes.
I was like this on the lift too. Like, where do I put
Okay,
it?
that's for the event.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't jumped on a trampoline in so many years. Okay.
There's the G.
This thing's so bouncy. Oh, really?
Ah, you're good. Did someone talk to you?
Yeah, that one's got less pop.
Okay, look, that one is the most funny part. The 5 square.
That one's the super bouncy one?
The big one on that place.
Okay, it's like...
And do you see these stickers on the wall?
Oh, yeah.
There is a game. Kids and pros. And they just using the trampoline, going to the back and walking along the wall. And when they're high enough, they just place the sticker.
That is so cool.
I guess the highest one belongs to Andrea Ragetli.
Awesome. Whoa, this one's scary because you can see through it.
You feel the difference?
Yeah.
It bounces more, right?
Yeah. That's the one with the most pop. I'm going back to the children's trampoline. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm 41.
Cool.
Okay, that's fun. I don't need the gym. That's enough cardio for me. Denied. Sorry, guys, I have to stay the night.
Just go. Shit, technique. Ooh, again.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for showing us around. And just for like, you know, it's cliche to say like, oh, the culture, but you guys are really like putting the culture into the actual DNA of this place. And like, I mean that, I'm not just saying it for the camera. So yeah.
DNA is the right word.
Yeah.
It's really deep.
Cool. Well,
Okay,
thank you so
thanks,
much.
Jess.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Bye.
This is the LAAX Open, held for the first time in 2005 and formerly known as the Burton European Open. It has become one of the biggest and most important snowboarding contests every year. It is loved by the fans as well as the riders.
LAAX Open is awesome because you have some of the best riders in the world coming out here and competing, and it's really awesome. I learned so much from this contest.
I love LAAX, honestly. It's such an amazing place.
I just love being here. Like, it just, I guess that reflects in my riding.
LAAX is the best. I love LAAX.
So creative, and it's always a really good course where it's fun to ride. All the riders are here to rock it, and the conditions here allow all of us to give our best tricks, and it's always a show.
But for once, it's not about the show, the action on the course, or the athletes. It's about time to introduce the people behind the scenes. The people that make this event possible each and every year.
One of the things which is really special here is that everybody who is involved is totally dialed in. I call them the 3 Ps. They are professional, they are passionate, and they are productive. And working with a team like this makes it easy for me, and I think that's a big difference, and not all the events out there can really count on such a team being backed up by.
A lot of planning goes into the LAAX Open in the very beginning.
After the last event, when we still have everything pretty present, just 2 months later, like in sometime around March, April, we start dealing with the subject as such, and we start putting together a program.
What is the most important part of every snowboarding competition? An amazing course. The shapers of Snowpark LAAX know what it takes to shape a world-class halfpipe and to design and build a sick slope-style course.
Beim Kursdesign legen wir vor allem Wert auf Kreativität, Flow beim Fahren und dass allen Fahrern Spaß macht. Die ersten Ideen fürs LAAX Open entstehen eigentlich unmittelbar nach dem Event und im Herbst setzen wir uns dann ans 3D-Modell. Während der Aufbauphase sind wir Tag und Nacht beschäftigt, um den Kurs zu bauen. Pistenbullis machen so die Probearbeit und können viel Schnee bewegen. Und die Handshaper machen nachher den Feinschliff, den Picker abstechen, Rails einbauen.
What makes the perfect pipe? Smooth transitions. The difficulties to prepare the pipe for the LAAX Open would be just the timeline to get it ready. But interesting enough, the pipe is easier to shape with the professional athletes riding it. It's a different world when you start going 5 meters over the coping, and I personally, I can't tell you what it's like so much. So I need their input to know what the finer details are and what needs to change or be modified.
But the course is not the only thing that needs to be built. There's a lot of infrastructure surrounding the LAAX Open, and setting all of it up on top of a mountain can be quite a logistical challenge.
Auf dem Berg hier oben ist eigentlich das Erste, die grossen Infrastrukturen zu stellen. Also das bedeutet, all die Gerüste, die wir haben müssen für die LED, Zuschauertribüne oder dann eben mit dem Heli-Transport, dass die grossen Infrastrukturen stehen. Dann gehen wir hinter das Detail, wie die ganzen Zäune, Branding und Kablerei.
And now it's time for the whole show to start. But first, everybody involved needs to stop at the accreditation office.
Im Accreditation Office kommt jeder vorbei, sei es jetzt ein Gast oder Medien oder Fahrer, geht Startnummer abholen, Lifttickets abholen oder wir schauen, dass sie Unterkunft haben. Und auch bei Fragen darf jetzt zu uns kommen, dann schauen wir, dass wir zusammen eine Lösung finden.
Finally, the athletes can start their training and competition runs. But the work does not end here. In order to keep everything running smoothly, there is a lot that needs to be done. The shapers constantly reshape the course to keep it as perfect as possible. The event staff spray paints the lines, transports the riders, and coordinates everything else that is going on. But our regular event staff can't do all this work by themselves. One of the most important pieces of the LAAX Open puzzle are our volunteers. Honestly, without their help, this event would not be possible.
Volontari sind freiwillige Helfer. Sie kommen daher auf LAAX am Event und auch vorher und nachher. Die Volontari helfen uns im Aufbau und dann am Event sind die Side-Slipper, Streckenpisten, Pre-Starter und ganz viele andere Sachen. Und ohne ihnen könnte das Event nicht stattfinden.
With so many helping hands and athletes around the Stargate, someone needs to coordinate this madness. Meet our chief of competition for the half-pipe event.
I have to coordinate the coloring, the helpers, everything. Take a look that the pipe is in proper shape to be on time, ready, and make a proper show.
So how can you watch this proper show? Obviously, the best way is to come up here and watch it live, in person. But the second best way is to watch it live on TV. Producing this live stream is easier said than done.
Also die Live-Übertragung bei der Halfpipe und am Slopestyle, da sind fixe Kameras, die man aufgestellt hat, die man aufbaut. Von jeder Kamera geht das Signal separat über Glasfaser ins Tal. Im Tal unten ist der Übertragungswagen, der einen Videomischer hat, wo der Regisseur hockt, der eigentlich die Signale schneidet. Von dort geht das Signal über den Satellit Richtung Zürich.
And from Zurich, the live stream is sent to TV screens around the world. But the TV crew is not the only one covering this event. There are tons of other media outlets at the LAAX Open. They produce online content for you to watch and shoot amazing pictures, like these ones.
Oh, yes, next side there. Ooh, nice.
Nice. Little switch wildcat Christmas style madness.
Cap 9 to switch backside 540 in Cap 7, yes.
No proper snowboard event is held without having some great hosts. But what makes a great host?
You're not asking the right people. Don't ask us. We're the worst hosts in the world. No, I think in general, there's a couple of things which you have to try and get right, you know, to the best of your ability. You should always get the tricks right. And I guess, you know, in some situations, some form of entertainment value if you're able to hype up the crowd. We also have to inform the crowd about sponsors, other things going on.
Everything that is happening, that the people know what's happening also around the competition, not only the tricks themselves, because there's a little bit more to it than just the riding.
And then we go to Indie Bar.
Yeah.
Always fun and games with our hosts. But judging is different. Judging is serious business.
Here we have an international team of judges. In my opinion, one of the best in the world. We're judging after criteria, and usually the big one is trick difficulty, amplitude, execution, and landings. Since the past 10 years, we judge from the video feeds because the slopestyle is too long and the pipe is too long, so we need to have actually the live feed to watch them.
Something really special about the LAAX Open are the half-pipe finals. They're held at night, which makes for a unique atmosphere, but also poses some challenges for the event crew.
Der Nachtfinal ist es so, dass wir sicherstellen, dass die Leute auf den Berg kommen, dann dort oben auch Verpflegung haben, dass die nachher unten ein gutes Erlebnis haben an der Pipe selber. Ja, dass die Leute wieder oben runterkommen, tun wir die Piste P60 beleuchten. Das ist ein zusätzlicher Aufbau.
But the party does not stop on the mountain. There are always lots of side events for you to enjoy. Now you know a little more about what it takes to run such a huge event. Starting in 2023, the LAAX Open will also include free skiing. From now on, you can experience world-class snowboarding and free skiing at the highest level, all in the amazing alpine atmosphere of the Crop St. John. Come and see for yourself. It's quite the show.
You know how we do it? This is how we do it.
Energy's here, you're not ready for the wham. Energy's raw, I've never been glam. Energy's sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. Energy, 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 one. The energy, 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 one.
Wow. That was sick.
Guten Morgen, willkommen im Riders. Wir sind hier in LAAX. Ich nehme euch heute mit auf den Tag auf der Piste und zeige euch ein bisschen mein Lieblingsresort. Kommt rein, uns eine Jacke auswählen, Backpack. Let's go. Oh, nice, it's snowing. Hier ist die Indie Bar, my second home. Welcome to paradise. Hola, boys. How we doing? Good seeing you. The fun morning? Yeah. Alright, quick coffee break. Hier beim Café No Name. Das ist Top of Snowpark LAAX. Hier sind immer die Riders, hier hängen alle rum. Und ja, von hier seht ihr perfekt die Action. So, let's go, Sharp Boys. What's up, Kiwi? Quick lunch break. Bis später. Ich würde sagen, LAAX ist auf jeden Fall mega speziell, weil sie schon immer sehr viel fürs Freestyle-Snowboarden und Freestyle-Skiing getan haben. Es gibt nicht viele Orte in Europa, wo man so einen großen Park und noch so ein Backcountry hat wie hier. Und das Schöne ist natürlich, dass ich hier aufgewachsen bin, ich kenne jeden Baum, ich kenne jeden Eck. Und ja, also wenn ihr einen guten Paartag haben wollt, kommt hoch, ruft mich an. Yes, boys. Danke für den geilen Tag. Danke, Bro. Big day. Big day. Danke für den coolen Tag auf dem Schnee. Schön wart ihr dabei. See you at Indy. There we go, boys. Cheers, boys. Danke für den geilen Tag. All right, Jess Kimura, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
My first time at LAAX, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is basically my second home.
Nice.
So let's deep dive straight away. You've always described snowboarding as a vehicle of like self-expression, and that you got through snowboarding, you built this like kind of rebel mentality. You want to tell us a bit about like how this became, or like how it got to this point, and how your career started?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I started out actually doing gymnastics, and I really loved gymnastics because it was like, you're trying to think of this, wrap your head around this crazy like trick essentially that you're gonna do, like on the balance beam, doing a backflip, for example, on a 4-foot thing. And I thought that was so cool, but I hated all of the rules and bullshit that came along with it. Like, I would kind of like at the competition freestyle my own moves that I wasn't allowed to try yet, and I would get in so much shit from my coaches. And then when I found snowboarding, it was like pretty much the same thing but without all the rules, you know? And I could kind of be in charge of what I wanted to do, and I really liked that. So against the advice of basically everyone I knew, like I quit snowboard. Like my coaches threatened, like you have to choose gymnastics or snowboarding.
Oh wow!
And I was like, snowboarding.
Yeah, no question asked.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that comes with the freestyle in snowboarding. Totally understand that. Yeah. So you've been like your snowboard career is now probably over 20 years in the business. Like, you know the industry. You've been through basically everything that's possible. How would you describe, like, what changed? Like, how were those first barriers compared to now, and which are still barriers that are still there that you would be like, okay, we're in the year 2026 and I still have to deal with that shit? Let us know, like, what would you like to see that has to still change, and what are some of the changes that you're like, oh, okay, finally?
It's definitely changed a lot. I think when I first started out, generally girls were seen as a joke, and like people are like, oh, come on, you're exaggerating. But you go back and you read the magazines back then, and like the message boards, and it was all like centered around like if girls are around, they're either like pro hoes or butch lesbians, or you know, like it was just
100%.
And like anything that we would do would be just kind of like made fun of. And so I think like I absorbed that really young, and was like, I have to be the one that I have to do something, you know, because this is bullshit and it's not fair. And like there wasn't a lot of opportunities for the girls. And like, again, like if you talked about it, you were seen as like complaining and ungrateful. So it's kind of cool that now we're at a place like we can talk about it a bit more. And I don't want to come off like complaining, but that's the reason. Like everyone always said, the reason the girls aren't getting the respect and the opportunities is because they're not as good as the guys. You want equal rights? Let's see the girls do the equal tricks. And it's like, but you never gave them a chance, and they never had anyone to look at and be like, oh, maybe I could do that. Like, I didn't think I could do anything until I saw Tara Dikitas doing something. And I would like scour the magazines and scour the videos just for one shot of a girl doing something. And even like I told someone else once, I used to watch like videos of guys that had long hair, and I would like squint my eyes and just imagine that they were girls and try to get that into my mind that like I could do this, I could look like this, this is what you want to look like, you know, like with full like commitment and full like aggressive, all the pop, all the whatever, because it was in the body language too of a lot of the girls back then that was like, people call it girl style, and it was like, I don't know if I could do this. That's what the body is saying. So it's like hesitant and your butt sticking out and whatever, but it just like, now the girls don't have those ideas about themselves. You see it like with Mia Brooks and with all the competitors that are all like 15 years old, 14 years old. They don't have that anymore, and that was the goal. You know, I've heard girls say too, like that I came up with that have been around forever, like, oh, it's not fair. Like the girls don't understand now, like what we went through. And I was like, that was the goal. You know, like, yes, it sucks that we did that, but also like there's people that are starving. So
100%.
like, yes, we didn't get the respect, but in our lifetime, like I never thought we'd see it get to this point where like the girls were not seeing themselves as losers and outsiders and like people that shouldn't be around and can't do it and suck and just aren't as good, you know? So.
No, 100%, I agree. Like if I think about snowboarding, I'm in this for plus 20 years as well, and what I've seen over the years, it's exactly what you said, like almost this like scaredness and hesitation because you get told you are not good enough, basically, and that's like the worst that can happen. I mean, I'm part of a minority as well in snowboarding, so you have to make that belief, as you said, in yourself. Like nobody will do it because nobody thinks you can do it. So 100%, yeah. Agree. It's amazing to see, especially here now at LAAX Open, all these girls so young throwing down. The progression has like rapidly like grown way faster, or yeah, way faster than actually in men's snowboarding, I think. Yeah. And I honestly prefer watching women's snowboarding competitions these days because at least there's still some style in it. Yes. Because in men's, it's all about just the technique. It's just gone too far. Yeah, it's gone way too far. All right, next question. I would say you always had a very creative approach towards snowboarding, and you can definitely tell that in all those like series and like movies you've been making. Where do you draw all this inspiration from, and where is all this storytelling coming from?
I mean, I started off doing contests because that was like the only way I thought you could make it in snowboarding, but then I found filming video parts. And you kind of like can curate your own segment, I guess. And then after doing that for so many years, I just kind of felt like, what am I doing? You know, I'm so stressed all year round just trying to do the craziest stuff that people watch and then forget about it 2 seconds later, and it's eating up all this budget and taking all these resources, and like I just felt really like lonely and like I was having no purpose. But there is something about, like, I used to want to be like a journalist. I wanted to be a writer. I always loved storytelling, and even when I was in high school, like all my school projects I tried to make into like a documentary with my parents' handycam.
So sick.
But yeah, I think at some point I just wanted to feel like, I mean, everyone wants to feel like what they're doing matters, but when filming video parts year after year it just feels like selfish and stupid after some point. And especially because people like have already seen everything that you've done and there's nothing you can do. Like you're kind of, when you're the underdog, it's sick because everyone's so stoked on everything you're doing, but when you're at the top, everyone's just waiting for you to fall. So yeah, I just wanted to do something different, I think. So that's why I started like doing documentary stuff and filmmaking and all that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I guess this is actually a perfect lead over to creativity, taking down barriers, the Uninvited. I mean, at some point, nobody was basically nobody in the scene was thinking there would ever be a big women-led snowboard competitive series, and now it's the biggest one in the world. Tell us about it. How did it become or like how did it got to this? Like, yeah, what was the inspiration? What's the purpose now for you personally?
So the Uninvited started out as a film series, actually. I was filming video parts, and I filmed the best, honestly, being real. Hopefully they don't see this. I filmed the best part of my life. This was when I was like, this was after the Nike movie came out. It was like the best ever done. And the film came out, and I wasn't in it. My whole segment was cut, and they didn't tell me. And I was like, it wasn't like my own ego being like, oh, my video part wasn't in it. It's like all these girls that were waiting. Like I knew what it meant for that one film to have a girl in it.
Yeah.
And I knew all these girls were waiting to see that, and then the film comes out and there's no part, but there's no explanation or context. It's just all people can say is, oh well, they're good enough. And I was like, you know what, F that. So I put, oops, you know what, screw that. I just edited. I said, give me the hard drive, and I edited my own part and put it out on my Vimeo, and it still won like video part of the year. So I was like, dude. Fire. If this is happening to me at this level, what's happening to the girls behind me? So I was like, I was hurt that year, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a camera and fund this video myself and call a bunch of girls that I knew had what it took. And so we started that, and the first film came out, and that's where like Maria Thompson, Kennedy Deck came out of, Ilva, and then the next film even more, and the next film even more. And after the third one, I think it was just like, in general, the girls were getting included in all the video projects. So I was like, that's sweet. We don't really need to do this anymore. What do the girls need? They need money. Because then it's like, okay, we're giving you the opportunities, but I know what it's like to not be able to afford to get there, you know, like, or to say like, to your job that you depend on to pay your rent. You can't just suddenly say, hey, I'm taking 2 weeks off because I got this filming opportunity. So I just wanted to, the event started out as just like a reason to give away a shit ton of money and a reason to raise a bunch of money and give a bunch of money away. So like the first year our prize purse was like 40K, I think, and now it's 60K US.
Wow.
Which like, in like a LAAX Open scheme of things may not be a lot, but to those girls.
More, I think, than it is at LAAX Open.
Okay.
Uninvited, so.
Hey! But, oh, Momo. Okay, anyways, she's from Canada. I like that. But yeah, that's what it was. And now it's just like this bigger series that everywhere we go, like we went to Europe and discovered like all these insane riders that nobody had ever heard of. And I couldn't believe it because they're better than a lot of the pros, or at least just as good. And it's like, really? Like you were about to give up and quit, and how much more talent over the years had gave up because they didn't think anyone would give a shit. And now seeing people give a shit, it's pretty awesome.
100%. And also giving these young girls, especially in most cases, more visibility these days. That's how I feel. Like I've learned about so many like young female snowboarders over the Uninvited. So I guess the goal of visibility is finally not reached, but you know what I mean. If I think about LAAX Open, for example, the first one here that I did was in 2004.
Whoa.
Nobody cared, basically. And like that, it was a junior jam, so like everybody was talking about the up and coming boys, so like Etu Piroin and Yuri Podlachikov, Christian Holler, but nobody talked about the girls, which I was always like, they're also super amazing. Like Sina Kondrian, for example, she's like local here, local legend. Grew up riding with her. I always had some inspiration from her. She's a tough one, you know what I mean? And I'm so glad to finally see this happening, especially in Uninvited. And I hope, it's gonna keep going, keep growing. You've always kind of taken young and upcoming riders under your wing and kind of showed them how the industry works and what's important in snowboarding and whatnot. What are you looking for in, like, or what are you hoping to give as a message to young riders? Female, male, doesn't really matter in that case. Like, what should they be, I don't know, careful maybe at some points, because it's still an industry with money, or what are do's and don'ts? Maybe that's a good better point.
Yeah, I think I just was so out of my element, and I think like a lot of people are when they enter a snowboarding career, that they're like, oh, you know, this is a job now, that I wish that I would have had more guidance. And I did have a lot of really good guidance too, and I always thought, you know, if I ever get anywhere, I want to be able to do the same. So I do, like, just like, I don't know, I have those girls' backs because I know that a lot of them, when they're negotiating contracts and stuff, like I remember how that felt. It was like, sure, spit on me, whatever, I'll take it, you know? And it's like, no, you don't realize it when you're young, but like you are paying a price both in like not developing a career outside of snowboarding, that when when your snowboard career ends, like you're kind of
standing there with nothing, basically.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Like a lot of like pros I know, they actually almost got into a kind of after career depression, you know what I mean? Like
full on, not even
like,
kind of.
All of a sudden, you're not traveling the world anymore. Like reality hits.
Yeah.
You have to pay bills. You don't have any degree or something like this most of the time, unfortunately. So yeah, no, 100%. That's definitely a hard one for after the career.
Yeah, I think I would say, and like something that I do, that actually, I've never even thought about this specifically, but it made me realize that one thing that I always encourage the riders to do, because there's the rider out there who is the star. And that rider doesn't have to think about social media. They don't have to think about content creation. They don't have to think about storytelling or strategy or anything, because at that point, they're the star. And I think people that are up and coming that aren't have the advantage of, like, I really would encourage them to learn how to do all that stuff. Like, I hear a lot of the riders, as we're transitioning from like straight up video part riders to like riders that are essentially content creators, like that's what brands are looking for now. And those super hardcore core video riders like hate to hear that. Yeah, they're like, oh, that's bullshit. Like, I'm not an influencer. It's like, but that's what you have to do. And like, I've always been like, I'm not in a place that I can just tell someone like, well, I'm not going to do that. That's lame. It's like, this is my job and I don't have a fallback plan, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm being super like not authentic. I think that there's a way to do what people are asking and just keep an open mind to it and put your own spin on it and make it something that you can get behind and something that like can help other people. So I think like my advice is to learn how to do everything. And when you say, oh, I don't have something to film for, I don't have a project, I don't have a crew, like then make your own. You have a video camera in your pocket.
That is really good.
Everything you need in your pocket. So my advice to those girls too is always like just get the best phone you can afford, because usually you can do a payment plan with it, and then practice at making edits, like just stupid stuff that when it comes time, you're able to have a production studio in your pocket and you're able to essentially like be an agency as an individual, and that's how you're going to get longevity out of it. And then when your career does end, then you can go into film production or content creation, or you have all these skills. Like, use this time to learn as much as you can, and don't close yourself off because you're too cool to pull your phone out and say, hey, can you get a clip of me doing this?
And also, like, you get then this whole new skill set, and after your career you can use that too. It's perfect. Exactly. So you can do, yeah, as you said, go into film production or writing or whatever it is. And one thing that I usually say to like up and coming writers when they ask me for advice is always like, remember what are your strengths.
Yeah.
What makes you you? Why are you this person? Because with these strengths, you can usually make anything happen, I would say. I'm a very positive person. I always believe in the better than the worse. Glass is always half full, not half empty. So yeah, no, I definitely think, remember, like, what is my strength? What is it? I don't know. Is it competition? Is it my style? Whatever it is.
Is it dealing with people?
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, the other side is, it is a massive brand corporation usually, but there's always people as well.
Yeah.
And they understand, they see what you put in there if you put it in there. Over the last 2 decades, you've kind of worked with some of the biggest brands like the North Face. How integral for your own career and for any snowboarder's career do you think sponsorships are, like funding, especially projects, I would say?
I think it's really important to ride for brands. And like, obviously, I'm really lucky to be able to do this. But honestly, I was like, I felt like I was at the end of my career because I had all this other vision of what I wanted to do with a career, with like the storytelling and with not just performance-based stuff. And that was when North Face picked me up, which was crazy. And from the start, like, they've really gotten behind every project that I've done, even though they didn't have riders in it. Like, even though they didn't have riders in the event, even though they didn't have riders in the film. And from the very first film, they like printed us a bunch of t-shirts that we could sell for gas money during our, like, you know, it's like the people there are literally behind it. And I think it's also awesome that they have a bunch of women working there and in decision-making positions, and I don't think that that's a coincidence. So it is important to work with brands that have similar values and goals as you. And yeah, I feel lucky to have found that, because before I felt like it was kind of like my it was like my Achilles heel to like care so much and want to do all these weird things that weren't typical performance-based stuff. And with North Face, they see it as an asset. So that's like win-win situation.
All right, we just passed the massive super pipe here in LAAX Open 2026. And you mentioned before that you actually never go to this big events. How does it feel being here and especially seeing all this talent and progression happen?
I mean, it's really cool on a couple levels. Like first seeing, you know, kind of like snowboarding is kind of seen as this like outsider thing, and like we're lucky if we're able to participate in this and that, but to see like big brands get behind straight up freestyle snowboarding has been really cool. And then also just as like an event producer, seeing what's possible like on a big scale. So it's pretty cool.
It's pretty insane, actually. I mean, not just the on-mountain stuff, also the off-mountain stuff with so many brands involved. And then all these concerts, parties, it's like almost a festival.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I think that's so sick that the culture of event snowboarding became so big, like bigger than just the event itself. And I think that's something very beautiful because that draws attention to snowboarding from people who would never have something to do with snowboarding normally. And I don't know, maybe there's a young girl or a young boy watching right now and it's like, damn, these guys are inspiring.
Totally.
Okay, and what was the Zalando thing?
Maybe just her asking, so tell me more about what you were involved with a few nights ago with the Zalando Live.
Okay. Did you hear that?
Yeah. So yeah, I've never been to anything like this. Like, have you? Like, what are you doing here exactly? Like, how was that hosting that live stream the other night?
That was really, really, really fun, really interesting. I mean, I used to come here as a competitor. This was my first competition. Back in the days, it was the European Open. And now I'm more involved with brands. Like last night, we did this Zalando live stream shopping. We had like guests like Yuri Podlachikov and Nikki Huber, Julia Tano, and Una Diouf. And we talked about like different fashion styles over the areas in snowboarding, and also, yeah, what LAAX Open became and what it means that all of a sudden all these brands are behind this, and what that means for us as well as the community. Because, I mean, some people maybe say, yeah, this is the sickest, but I know there's other people who are like, no, they want to keep snowboarding tiny, you know?
Yeah.
Like more...
The gatekeepers?
Yeah, exactly. The gatekeepers. They want to have it more exclusive instead of like, okay, everybody should be participating. And that's what I love about this event. It gives a chance to any person to participate in the snowboard culture or free ski culture even, because now these days it's both.
Yeah, it looked cool. I stopped by to check it out, and just to be clear, I didn't have anything to do with the power outage.
Yeah, we might have some footage of that. You turn on that light. It was a quick shock, especially for the producer. That was a nice little chairlift talk.
Yeah, it was awesome. We got to see the pipe, got to see the slope course.
Amazing.
My name's Jess Kimura, and I've been a pro snowboarder for about 15 years. Trying to come up in this industry as a girl was tough. Getting left out of video projects and catalog shoots and competitions, or not having just the same opportunities as the guys. And it made me really worried for the next generation of girls that was gonna come up behind me.
In 2017, I decided to make my own snowboard film with no experience and no budget. I could see them, I could see how talented they were, and they just didn't have an outlet to show what they could do. More and more girls would come out of the woodwork every year. I felt like if people just saw it, then things were gonna happen for them. We made a second one, and we made a third one. Throughout those 3 films, like over a dozen girls were able to launch professional snowboard careers. It just shows that if you give someone an opportunity to show what they can do, they can take it further than anyone could imagine. So after making 3 films, I felt like the industry had shifted a bit. I felt like there was more opportunities for the girls to be filming in projects and be part of teams. But what was missing was the resources and the budget. I used to go to rail jams when I was coming up because I felt like that was my only way that I could make a couple $100 here or there in the season. And the prize money for the girls was always so much less, or it was like, here's a hoodie and a beanie, and the guys are getting prize money. And I felt like when the resources are split like that, the girls always get the short end of the stick. And that was just normal, but I want to create a new normal, and that's what I'm trying to do with this event. The first year that we did it was so DIY. We did everything ourselves in order to save money on stuff. We used discount paint. We got metal out of the recycling bins. For features, we just tried to cut costs as much as we could so that we could keep that price purse where it's at. And we're kind of still doing that today, but just on a bigger scale because I feel like we proved the concept. So we have $60,000 in prize money. The lowest check is $1,500 and goes all the way up to $15,000. I wanted to give away a bunch of money, sure, but I also wanted to make an experience where they just felt like everything was extra special, and I just wanted to make them feel like rock stars, like rolling out the red carpet, having an amazing welcome party, having gift bags with hundreds of dollars of stuff in it, having a course that's completely made for them, having all the best photographers and filmers in the industry there pointing their cameras just at them. I just wanted to make like this absolute pinnacle experience for them. I felt like the confidence that that would give them could really make a difference in the progression that was able to happen.
Welcome to the 2025 Uninvited Invitational.
Gosh, the Uninvited is so special. People feel that they can really push themselves and do something that they haven't done in a competition before, which is so cool.
This event really pushes women to get out of their comfort zone. It really does light a fire underneath a lot of these women to just step up and push the sport more. I love this event.
Uninvited is so special because it's the only event where you get to bring together, 72 chicks to come rip this epic setup from the first year. I feel like has just made such an impact on women's snowboarding in general. It's really brought out all of these sick girls, and you get to see the level of women's snowboarding, and as it grows throughout the years, it's epic.
funny hearing from a lot of the guys like, oh, we should do a guys event like this, or the course is so sick, like it'd be so sick if we could let the guys ride it. Like, this is our whole lives, is like seeing this thing over here that's so amazing that we would love to be a part of, but there's no way we're gonna be able to be a part of it. And if we get to be a part of it, we're kind of feeling the whole time like really on the outside. And I want to bring the girls to the inside and make them feel like they are the main event.
You know how we do it? This is how we do it.
Energy's here, you're not ready for the wham. Energy's raw, I've never been glam. Energy's sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already, is it urgent, fam? If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man.
Holy
energy, 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 one. The energy, 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 one.
Wow. That was
It's a Jess on Jess crime. Okay, we're here. Okay, I am so excited right now because we are here with Jess Perlmutter, who is another Jess. Some would say a better Jess. And this is kind of unexpected. Hey?
Yeah.
Okay, so you weren't, tell me the story. Last week was your first World Cup ever. You're 15 years old.
16.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So yeah, how did you, tell me about the World Cup and how you got here.
Basically, I got on the US team last year, and I've been training with them all summer, and they gave me a spot to Aspen World Cup, which was a week ago. And then I made finals there. Somehow, 8th place, last spot, and then I got 7th in finals, so like overall. And then they were like, oh, you should just come out here then, since like I made finals there. So they were like, oh, we don't know if you're gonna get in, but you should just come. But fingers crossed I get in. But it's my first time here and I'm so excited.
What does it depend on to get in?
I think other riders, because on the team, some of them are injured, so they might not compete, and then they'll have me.
Okay.
So I'm the backup.
And then how does this tie into the Olympics?
This is an Olympic qualifier. So Aspen was too. So I'm like, maybe like in the Olympics, but it's not really. Don't quote me. It's all depending on this. So a bunch of people are gonna do well here, so probably not. But it's Aspen this year, Aspen last year, and LAAX this year is all the qualifiers. So it's best results.
Okay, cool. And you're feeling solid about your run?
Yeah.
Except a few things, or?
No, the course is super fun. It's like a few rails. And for the first rails, it's all transfers, which is really cool. You could get like pretty creative. And then second rails and like basic up rail to donkey sort of thing. And 3 jumps and then 1 knuckle at the end. So it's very creative, and like I'm just excited to see what everyone does. It's gonna be very different.
I bet you're stoked to see it like as a fan of snowboarding and a competitor. Like that's a pretty cool position.
I've been watching this event on YouTube for like 3 years. This is like my favorite World Cup to watch. The course is like so different from everyone else, from everything, like every World Cup.
So this is your first time to LAAX too?
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Like, I mean, to me, what stood out, this is my first time as well, is like there's like a snowboard culture happening here everywhere. Have you noticed any of that?
Yeah, definitely just the people, like the locals I see here, they're all like super good. And it makes sense because the parks here are crazy. And there's so many groms like hitting the mini park that just has like constant laps on, and it makes sense why they get so good.
Yeah.
The parks are crazy.
Yeah, it's like being at summer camp with a good park, but all year round.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it, and I love that your dad's also always like going for it, but just like how things have changed from like when I was coming up in snowboarding to you now, like it seems like there's less barriers in terms of people being like, no, you can't do that. Like, do you still get that from people being like, you're a girl, you have girl style, girl tricks, you know? Or is that kind of like a thing of the past now?
I would say it's definitely gone away for sure. Like, I guess it's definitely because of you though. Like,
no, it's not.
So much.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. But definitely way less. Like, I'm trying to think. There's probably like nothing that was like, I guess from like a guy or anyone saying that. But yeah, so I guess
that's really cool to hear. Like, I'm really stoked to hear that. And it shows in your riding, because there's like, when I'm watching you ride, it seems like there's like no doubt about what you're gonna do and the trick and how you're gonna do it and how you're gonna pop off the end. It was cool watching you in Breckenridge on TV because it was all in slow motion, and like you couldn't break a front board pretzel down or a front board down like cleaner on film, and it was in a contest run every single time. So it was like, wow, I feel like people really got to see like all those extra details that you put into it that I'm sure probably just come naturally to you because you want to pop in and you want to pop out and not just sog out, you know? But it's really cool to see.
Thanks.
And how do you feel about progression overall? With like where you want to take your tricks and where you want to go? It seems like you're like good in every, like you filmed a street part last year.
Sure.
You won the Uninvited Invitational, and now you're in all the big contests this year, potentially even the Olympics. So are you just kind of going with the flow?
Yeah, it's been a crazy, what's it called? Journey for like, cause when I was just riding Vermont, I was just doing rails like for fun with my friends and stuff. And I started to do rail jams, and slope style. It's just kind of like the culture for my school where I grew up was like everyone was doing the USA essays and it was just super fun. So I'd always do them. And then I kind of just always wanted to progress my tricks, not even thinking about competitions. So I'm just always trying to like be better. I definitely am a noob to like the slope and the World Cups, but it's just been like such a cool like learning experience because I was definitely better at rails like last season, but I've been trying to get better at jumps through the summer. And I guess I just don't really think of the competing side because I just always want to do like the next best trick. But women's snowboarding in general is just grown, like is going crazy right now. Jumps and rails.
Well, I'm really stoked that women's snowboarding has you right now to be at the forefront of it. And I mean that. I think I was what you were just saying, like I was watching you on TV and Bracken, like how you were like, no, I'm doing this back sev off the whale tail thing, where you could have just done a 360 or a grab or whatever. So I can see that like, that you are different than like the regular like athlete competitor, and that's really cool. It's really cool to have you in the mix because that's important to the culture too, you know? Because you went to snowboard school, right? In Vermont.
Yeah.
Right? And do you still have friends that you ride with?
Yeah, for sure. I still go to the school, just do it online. But last year, I was like living there at the school in Vermont, and all my best friends live there. Like that's basically my home. I'm from New Jersey, but I always just say Vermont because all my best friends are there, and they've just like made all the people I ride with there just like helped, basically created my trick selection. Like all the tricks they were doing, I just only wanted to do those tricks.
That's very cool. I think we see like you coming in, being a newcomer to an event this big, like me walking in the village and getting up to the top of the chairlift, you're like, holy crap, this is huge. What do you think about like the brands that are sponsoring events like this and making stuff happen that's like slightly or very different than like the regular kind of FIS contest and World Cup that's like really square and proper?
Yeah.
You know, do you notice those other details since you've been here?
What details?
Just like the hub of like I don't know what it's like for the athletes up there. Do you guys have like a tent?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like the village and just the vibe. I guess things haven't actually started yet, but
I can tell like the people here at the World Cups, at LAAX, and just Europe in general. The community here is so good. And the sponsors are way different than like you would see in the US. And especially LAAX, it's like the mecca of snowboard resorts, basically. Like to see all of these people coming together for this is so sick.
Yeah, and everywhere you walk, you're like, oh, I could probably talk to that person, that person, that person. It's not
I see so many new people here.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I guess like, how do you approach an event like this and same with like the World Cup where you kind of just got a one-off invite and then you did well there and now you're here. Do you think that being introduced to stuff quickly like helps with your mindset so that you don't have too long to think about it, or would you rather have more time to think about it?
I definitely would rather. I think how I went into it this year was perfect, like not thinking about it, not getting in my head, because like all the Olympic stuff, like all the other riders are, and me now, are so stressed out about like Olympics and like doing well at only 3 competitions if you did well, and like a million others, but these 3 you have to So I think my mindset into it was just I like to think about just landing my runs for myself and like not thinking about the scoring really. But I think for this event, it's like all about consistency and just landing runs, like going into practice, like knowing what run you want to do and just hammering out those tricks. But it's definitely hard to like have 2 runs, bad conditions are good, and just I have so much respect for slope riders because they always just show up and do like double, triple corks in like a random day on random weather and lace up. So it's sick.
Totally.
How do you prepare for your runs? Like, do you think about them all day, every day, or are you kind of just like, I know what my run is and I'm going to do it when I get to the top of the course?
Yeah, I definitely have, you need to have a good mindset, like you're going to land your runs, but I prepare visualizing and just knowing what I'm doing coming into practice and just trying your tricks before the comp and like being prepared is like the best way to do it, I think.
Do you feel prepared?
For this?
As prepared as you can be, I guess.
Yeah, as prepared as I can be, but it's definitely a new thing for me, but I'm trying my best to be prepared. Cool. I think I'm doing an okay job.
Yeah, you're killing it. I'm so excited for you, and I really, really hope you get that spot. I think alternately, like even if you don't, it's rad to come here and be able to ride that 5 mile long park. So
I was just like, even if I don't get in, I rode the course. I'm here in LAAX. Like it's a good time either way.
Yeah, every time you go somewhere and ride, you're riding like steps up huge. Like where you were in Southern Hemisphere this winter, right? Or summer, sorry, their winter.
Yeah.
And your jumping went insane. Like we couldn't, like, it's just amazing watching how fast you're progressing. So keep it up. Yeah, and I really, really hope you get into the contest tomorrow.
Me too.
And if not, I really, really hope you get mega laps with no lineups. So
for sure.
Yeah, thanks for making time.
Yeah.
Woo! Thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
We are back here at the Freestyle Academy, and we're here with Macy Hill. We're so excited we finally got to talk with you. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is sick. I've never been to this Freestyle Academy. I've only been to the one up top. But,
yeah, we talked with the owner or the guy that runs this place earlier, and he said there's been like 4 iterations of this, so yeah, I guess this is the best one.
But this one, like the bowl looks really nice. This is the best bowl I've seen. I want to go skateboarding. Yeah.
How much are you allowed to do? Like, how much risk are you allowed to take approaching the Olympics with like your coaches and stuff? I always wondered.
I don't think, like, they haven't said anything.
They don't say anything like you can't do this?
Nah, it's snowboarding.
Yeah. Well, Dusty was like, yeah, we're not really supposed to be skating.
Well, maybe that's like the American team, but
the American team.
We're a bit more chill in the UK.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
So we're here in LAAX, and I've never been here before. Is this a place that you've been to a bunch?
Yeah. I did my first like winter season away from home here, but like by myself. I was 16 and I went to live like 20 minutes down the road with this woman who like let me live in her house. And when I arrived, she didn't know that I was 16. And then she was like, oh, like there's just this kid living in my house now. Like I thought it was an adult. But then, yeah, she was kind of like my surrogate mother for a while.
Was she a snowboarder too, or just a lady with a house?
Well, yeah, kind of just like a lady with a house, but she snowboarded as well. And yeah, and then I was just riding here by myself when I was 16, like kind of with the British team, but like not really. I think I did like 2 or 3 seasons here. It's just so nice. I love it so much. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It's really like snowboardery, if that is a term. Like, I mean, I've been to other resorts in Europe, and it's like, there's a totally different vibe.
Yeah, yeah. There's only like here and maybe like Absolute Park that really are like concentrated on snowboarding and snowboarding culture as well.
And there we're talking like at the park it is.
Yeah.
Just 10 feet away from it is a totally different vibe.
I think they do a really good job of like getting all the normal skiers away from the park because it's so big here.
Yeah.
And so like when you're riding the park, there's like no one here, and it's so big, but there's still like loads of snowboarders here. But yeah, it's kind of spread out. So that's nice. They do a good job of that.
You're talking about all this like training and British team and ever since you were young. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, and maybe this won't sound so bad because you were saying like, we were talking about like the pressure with the Olympics and the everything. Like, I didn't know, and that you want to kind of like get into street snowboarding more. I didn't know that you were a contest rider. I just thought you were like this chick with this mean, hard way to Sev, seriously.
Oh, no.
And that was just like so stylish, and like the commitment and the execution like on your tricks. I actually, like, when they're like, when they said we're doing this interview, I was like, is she going to the Olympics? What the fuck? So sorry that I didn't know that, but like, I see you as like an individual outside of competition with like your own bag of tricks and your own vision.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind.
No, I really do mean that.
Yeah,
I was like,
sick.
yeah. But you've been doing this for a long time, like the national team thing and kind of like the structured.
Yeah, I've been doing this. I've been like competing since I was like 15, I guess, but only doing World Cup since I was 21. Took me like a while to kind of like break through a little bit. I was always kind of just like stuck in one spot because I don't know, like I was kind of a lost kid a little bit. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. But then I decided that I wanted to do World Cups. Like it was just like this goal that I had. And it was really hard to make it happen, but I did. And then ever since then, it's just been like really sick. But yeah, I've also done like a tiny bit of street. I think a lot of people think that I'm a street rider. Like when I pull up to the contest, like I kind of don't really wear like what the normal contest riders wear. Like I guess I'm a bit more like dusty in a way, where I like
more on the fringe, like with your own style.
Everyone's like, you should be in the streets, like what are you doing here? And but yeah, I love jumping so much. I love like I just love doing tricks on jumps. I love huge jumps. But yeah, I love the streets. I used to do a little bit of backcountry when I was younger as well. Like grew up doing that. Kind of just love it all. Yeah. But yeah, I had. I think just before I turned 22, at the LAAX Open, I crashed. It was super random. Like I just kind of like fell off this rail. I was really tired. We'd just come off the back of another contest, and I just, it was just the end of practice, and I wasn't thinking, and I crashed really badly. Like broke my spine, my ribs, my pelvis. I broke it in half, lacerated my liver, punctured a lung, broke a tooth, brain bleed, like the whole thing. And and then I kind of thought before the operation that I would never walk again. And like, that is like some scary shit. Like, this is it for me. Like, and then when I got out of surgery, and like the doctor asked me, could I feel my toes? And I was like, yep. And he was like, okay, that's sick. Then you're going to be able to walk again. And I was like, oh my God. So that was really cool. And then I just like, from the moment I woke up, I was like, I need to go snowboarding. Like I need to get back at it. And a lot of people were really surprised. Like they kind of thought like, are you sure you don't want to like take a break or anything? And I was like, no, I want to get straight back on it. I wanted to get back on it like as soon as I could, and they were holding me back so much.
How long did you take off?
I was in rehab for 9 months, and the British team were like really supportive. They, so I moved back to the UK then, because before then I was living in France. But yeah, they were...
I actually thought you were French originally.
Well, I grew up in France. Like I moved to France when I was 10.
Okay.
So, but my parents are both British. But yeah, so I moved back to England, and I had my rehab there, and I worked really hard. Like I spent every day, literally every day for 9 months in the gym. and just got really strong. And then I was allowed to go back snowboarding after 9 months, so that was really sick. It was a really quick turnaround. And
that's really fast.
It's
That's
really
faster than
fast.
some people's like knee and shoulder surgery.
I know, yeah. But yeah, no. Yeah, they just wanted me to like complete some tests, like some physical tests, and then I was like good to go. I still have like all the metal in my pelvis. That's why they call me cyber pussy.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah. But yeah, and I kind of just feel like I've been in this kind of catch-up game for a really long time now.
Like catching in terms of catching up with the rest of the
tricks.
field. Yeah.
Yeah, with the rest of the field. Like, there's some tricks that I used to have really well before my injury, and I can't do them as well anymore, and that's so frustrating. And
is that because of like mental blocks or because of physical changes?
No, mental blocks, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a sports psychologist, and I've talked about it a lot with her, and it's apparently really normal. So I'm just learning to accept it and take it step by step. Yeah.
When you get bummed on stuff, results or tricks or whatever, do you ever like click back into that moment where you were wondering if you're ever gonna walk again and be like,
yeah,
okay, this isn't so bad, you know? Like, did it give you some context?
For sure, yeah. I mean, like, I used to do that a lot. I used to be like, every day's a blessing. But it's been 3 years now. Actually, wait.
Now you're like, all right, bitch, get back on the horse.
Yeah.
Let's get those triple corks.
It's 3 years, not tomorrow, but the day after.
Right, because it was during the LAAX Open.
During the LAAX Open.
I thought it was during the nines, but that is even crazier.
Yeah.
To be talking to you here.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just really trying to, I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself like the last year and stuff. And that's why when I came to Uninvited, I was so burnt out. I was like just coming off the back of so many contests trying to qualify, and I did. But then I went into the Uninvited, I'm jet lagged, like I'm burnt out, like everyone's asking so much of me, all my sponsors, but I was just trying to have a good time. But yeah, and then I just lost my train of thought completely there.
Just spiraling back into that moment?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you mean the sponsors asking stuff of you like for contest stuff?
No, not for contest stuff. That's like kind of the nice thing actually. Like none of my sponsors really care about contests. So that's what's like really pushing me to go towards street as well, because I feel like I'll be not like per se happier, but I think I'll be putting way less pressure on myself because like I can get really creative and I can really be myself in the streets, whereas like in contests, either you're winning or you're losing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I haven't won a World Cup yet, and I would love to do that, but it's so hard. But it's still a goal of mine. Like I still really want that to happen. Maybe here, LAAX Open, let's go. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to, I'm literally just trying to have as much fun at this contest as I possibly can and not put any pressure on myself, because that's what I was doing last year. And this year, I literally just want to have fun with snowboarding, and I want to take that same energy to the Olympics as well, and enjoy it, because I don't want to leave the Olympics and be like, oh my God, I had the worst time, you know? I want to leave the Olympics and be like, that was an experience. So.
Do you, I lost my train of thought too, because I was just picturing, is this your first Olympic cycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like putting myself in your shoes for a second. Like it's so hard getting pulled in so many different directions and then add like the Olympic pressure cooker to it. I really admire that you're doing that. And then also that you're smart enough to realize the importance of like keeping the fun in it too. And like, I think what you've realized about the Olympics, a lot of people realize in hindsight after the Olympics.
Yeah, I think I'm lucky to have kind of qualified so soon, I guess, because I actually kind of qualified like last year, and my coach kind of told me, but he was like, don't celebrate yet.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew that I was okay and that I didn't need to be putting more pressure on myself.
And take more risk.
Yeah, and I think so that's why I've finally arrived at this point now where I'm like, okay, I can chill. And that's really nice. I'm really lucky, really grateful for that. Yeah.
I love how you have this plan where you're gonna like see through this goal that you had, and then after that, like go to the streets where you can express yourself more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like this like life journey, I guess. And like, I want to do everything and I want to have the most fun possible, especially like after almost dying. Like literally if I would have been in a different country, like a not Switzerland, I could have died. Like I needed to get surgery like straight away. That's like crazy. So I'm so stoked to be here, and I just want to like live the funnest life I can and like be as happiest as I can. Yeah, and I've been working a lot with a sports psych as well, and that's been really helpful as well, because I've really struggled with like being in social situations. Like when you put on the bracelet making thing at the Uninvited, I was like, oh, this girl gets it.
Yeah, just for context, at the Uninvited, I'm the one that feels weird too. No. And like in social situations, because also like I feel like people have this idea of me, but they don't know me and they're expecting me to be like crazy.
Yeah.
And I just want to like make bracelets by myself. So I wanted something that you can just look down and kind of like a transition. So I'm stoked that you like that, because that was the goal.
Yeah, that's really nice.
But yeah, like, so you're saying like you struggle with like social anxiety kind of thing?
Yeah. I think I'm just this weird person that's like an extrovert, but also a huge introvert. I don't understand. I don't get it. I get really, like socially anxious kind of, because I feel like people are thinking a lot of things of me, but I'm trying to just think the best things about everyone, so that I don't think that they're thinking bad things about me, if you know what I mean. Well, that's like the new thing that I'm trying anyway. Not that I used to think bad of everyone, but like, yeah, just slowly trying to be less awkward. That's the goal.
I love that goal. Yeah. What you just even said like defines social anxiety, because I was always like, what is it exactly? But it's like feeling like people don't like you, or that you're doing something that people are going to be bummed on, and it sucks. It like takes over. Like I feel that big time, and I mean, I feel it probably the least at Uninvited events, because I'm so busy and I have a purpose. Like that's my bracelet making station. That's my big bracelet making station. But
that's nice.
Coming to other things, like I just like I spiral. I don't want to go. I think that's really cool and brave that you're sharing that, and I appreciate that you're sharing that with me, because you're someone who's like on such a high level. You're going to the Olympics. You look like you have everything made, but I think like being able to like share your struggles and talk more openly about that stuff also like puts it out there, so you're not like, it's like walking up to a situation and being like, I'm awkward, and then put it out there.
My sports psychologist, she's like, yeah, everyone feels the same way as you, like everyone has their insecurities, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure it's just me that feels like this, but she keeps telling me that everyone gets like socially awkward and anxious as well. So I try to remind myself that. And she says the same thing about like, sometimes if I'm having a bad day during a training of a World Cup, and I look at other people and I'm like, oh my God, everyone's having a great time and everyone's doing all the tricks that they need to do, and I'm not. But she's like, you know, probably other people are having bad days too. You just can't see it because they're wearing goggles and they can cry behind their goggles.
Yes.
And no one knows. Yeah, so, I mean, both training days here, I had to sit down for 5 minutes and have a little cry, but both training days went really well. But sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed and I have to sit down for a little bit. And that's okay, as long as like I'm self-aware enough to realize that I need to sit down and get back up again, and then like turn the day around. So yeah, just trying to figure it all out, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder, I like felt weird coming to this because I'm like, I don't know, I'm not a contest rider, you know, like, do people just really stand in the village and talk to each other like this? Like,
in here?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, this, I feel so out of my element here. So I like that, I like what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, like Mila Stalker's here. She went to the Uninvited. Camilla's here. Jess, what's her last name?
Perlmutter.
Yeah, she's here. There's like a bunch of girls, and it's really cool that more girls are getting into comps and street. I think that's really nice because I don't think a lot of girls do both. So I think it's nice to have that.
Yeah, I think you're one of the most well-rounded riders out there, and I didn't even know that you've already dabbled in backcountry. So
yeah. I grew up doing it with my dad. Yeah.
So your dad's a snowboarder?
Yeah. He used to be a surfer. And he was like really into surfing in the UK. And then, he was like, when he was like 50, he was like, right, I want to try something else. I want to do something else. I want to retire. So we moved to France, and we started snowboarding together. He is the type of guy that literally goes up every single day of the season, no matter what weather, no matter how he's feeling. And I had to go with him all the time, and I hated it because I was like, I want to do other things. He's like, no, you're coming snowboarding, and that's why I'm here today. So I'm really, really grateful to have had him. Like, he's such a legend. Like, he would take me to border cross contests when I was like 13, and everyone would be staying in the hotel, but we would have to stay in the van, and it would be so cold in the van that I would wake up and there would be ice on the roof, and I'd be like, I just really don't want to go, and he'd be like, get up, we're going, and I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for him, and like one of my old sponsors told me that I was van proof. Have you ever heard of that?
Van proof?
Yeah, it kind of means that you can just put me in a van and just go somewhere,
right,
and like just get on with it. And when he told me that, I was like, oh wow, that's really sick. And I was like, I wonder why I'm like that. And I was like, it's like definitely because my dad just made me get on with it when I was a kid. And like I said, like I didn't really like snowboarding when I first started because it was always too hot, like everything, it was too overwhelming. And I was just really bad at it, but that's why I'm here now, and that's so sick. That's like the coolest gift ever. So I'm so grateful to my dad, honestly. Like, he's actually such a legend. He's going to Japan tomorrow. His
dream trip with his friends?
Yeah, literally. His knees are completely shot, so he's gonna do like one final like blowout, and then he's gonna get
the replacement.
Yeah, get new knees after that. Yeah, so exciting for him.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's funny you said you hated snowboarding at first, because I did too.
Oh, really?
I couldn't turn toe side for like a year and a bit.
No way.
I was just like, this is lame, this sucks. And then I tried a backflip and just landed on my head, but I was like, holy shit, let's go, you know?
Way.
And so from that, it was just like, once I found out you could do tricks, because I skied for 13 years or something, and just went down the hill, but I think being able to do tricks, even if you land on your head.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was a backflip girl too. Yes. Like, I learned to backflip when I was 13, I think, and I was like, right, I'm staying in the park. Yeah, this is sick.
It all comes down to that first backflip.
Yeah.
So how do you, like you said, you have the support of like the British team, but you're also a sponsored rider, right?
Yeah.
And you're an O'Neill rider.
Yeah. So I kind of
is that fairly new?
What, the O'Neill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I signed with O'Neill, I think this time last year, or like maybe less than a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty sick. Yeah, I'm hyped on it. It's I really wanted to sign with O'Neill because their number, like they were founded in 1952. And my dad always used, because he was a surfer, like he always had like loads of O'Neill stuff, and it always said 52 on it. And this is like so random, but his dad, so my granddad, was a 6-time world champion Formula One boat racer, and his number on his boat was 52. And so the number 52 is like a really important number in our family. And yeah, when I saw O'Neill 52, I was like,
meant to be.
It's gotta be, yeah. And so that's why I was so hyped.
That is so cool. Did you tell them that?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I'm stoked on that. Yeah, I want to get some O'Neill kit that has like 52 kind of like in little places. It would be sick. Yeah, it's kind of like a lucky number, I guess.
Yeah, that's amazing. Are they pretty supportive of like you choosing your own path in snowboarding?
Oh yeah, completely. Like they're really hyped that I'm trying to go to the Olympics. But yeah, the moment that I want to do street, they're there for that as well. So that's really sick. I'm really lucky to have that. Yeah.
I think you're going to have a huge advantage riding street stuff because of the consistency and the repetitions that you get riding at contests. Like the people don't fall on the rail stuff. So
well, I hope so. That's kind of like the goal. Like I'm doing all of these contests in preparation for me to be really good in the streets.
Yeah.
I don't want to just go and do street now because I won't be that good at it. But if I do all of these contests and have these reps, yeah, like hopefully I'll be really good on the street. That would be sick.
It's cool that you're putting in the work now to do the Olympic thing, which is a lot of pressure and maybe isn't fun all the time, but like to know that you're going to get something out of it after that's going to benefit something that's just for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been really tough after my injury, like the past couple years, but slowly I feel like I'm getting back to normal life. It's taken so long to actually really process everything and like actually get over it, and I'm still not fully over it, but I'm definitely becoming happier now, which I'm really stoked on. Yeah, feeling really good on my board, so that's nice. Yeah.
I wonder if that injury never happened, if you would have had a totally different mindset right now where you're just like, no, it's win or nothing.
Yeah.
I have to win or I'm nothing.
Nah. You know? Oh, when I woke up after the surgery, it was just like, I have to go snowboarding again. And also for so long, for so many months after it, and like immediately after it as well, I was like, I know that this was meant to happen. I'm so sure of it. And like, you couldn't have convinced me otherwise. Like, this was supposed to happen to me, and it was supposed to make me into the person that I was supposed to become. Like, no way you could convince me otherwise. But I don't really think about that too much anymore.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be reminded of it. Yeah.
That's such a cool, on a serious note, like, that's a really big gift to get before the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because you know, no matter what happens, that something can look like the worst thing that happened, but it can actually do something good for you. So I'm glad that you have that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're always where you're meant to be, but it's hard to be reminded of that sometimes. Yesterday, I fell so hard on my shoulder, like second run, on the first rail. But then it meant that I focused more on the end of the course. And I'm so glad that I did focus on the end of the course, because that's actually what I needed to focus on. But if I hadn't have landed on my shoulder on the first rail, I probably would have focused more on the top section of the course. So
I love your outlook. It's great. And I think that overthinking or whatever that contributes to the social anxiety is probably also a strength for you. So
it's all like connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. I know that you've got so much going on, so
good.
I'm really stoked. Like, I want people to get to know you as well beyond
your
contest persona in the way that I see you as well. So
thanks.
Thank you so
really
much.
Nice. Thank you.
You know how we do it? This is how we do it.
Energy's here, you're not ready for the one. Energy's raw, I've never been glam. Energy's sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man.
Holy
fam. Energy, 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 one. The energy, 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 one.
Hey guys, Jess Kimura here, and we are here with Natasha from the Indie Bar. Hello. So I was talking with David from TDI earlier, and he's telling me that this is the hub, this is the place. Like, what makes it so special?
I think it's like a little living room, I would say, and the people like to come together here. Since 2009, I'm here, and I fell in love immediately in this bar, in this vibe, the culture, what happened here, the friendliness, the party. It's like the combo of everything, you know. And especially on Sundays is actually the best day. Really? Because everyone is a little bit in a hangover mood. Nice, good. They play games here, like margaritas or Bloody Marys. So I really like the Sunday vibe. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't believe how close it is to the lift too. Yeah. Like, I feel like normally a place like this would be hidden away somewhere, but here it's accessible for everyone. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think this is also the special thing. The people who come down, they have a big smile.
Yes.
And they come here, and then you serve a drink, and they have a much bigger smile. You know, it's a win-win situation for me.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shall I show you a little bit indie?
Yeah. Let's see what it's about.
You see, it looks like a little bit like a living room. In the evening, change this. This is going to be then tonight already a big party place, I would say. So that's the reason why we take all the chairs and everything away, that people have more space to dance. And this in the back, it's our lovely chill area. I would say I like this place here.
Is this a nail polish station?
Yes.
Do you guys keep that out?
Yes.
Oh, I bet the boys like that, actually.
Hey,
specifically.
More.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's their time to break out.
You see really more the boys doing this.
Yeah, I believe it.
I like.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, this is our long bar, 12 meter bar. Wow. You see also a lovely picture from Dave here, because really Dave is our friend.
Oh, like
lovely.
This really is his home.
Yes. So
family photo.
Since he a kiddo is here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, really lovely. I'm gonna show you something down. I don't know, maybe you didn't saw it. It's our mini ramp.
Oh yeah, let's check it out.
I think it's nice to see it. Yeah, here you go down to the toilet, everything. And sometimes we do here, you see our garderobe, but we have here our special mini disco as well.
Oh, wow.
Here is going to be then a DJ, cool. And here's everything gone. And it's like a second floor for a little party.
Yeah, awesome.
And yeah, here down you see our little mini ramp, chill area. It's coming also a billiard table soon after LAAX Open. So it's going to be a playground. Chill till 10 in the night. It's open after I close because I don't want to have like drunk, you know, people skating. So safety first.
Right.
Yeah, man.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because when we opened the club here in 2009, it was a proper club, dancing and everything. But we had to close it because of the complaints about the music.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, because this is beton, you know, and the music is straight going up.
Yeah.
So now it's our chill and skate room.
That's very cool. Do you guys have like events here too, like skate jams and stuff?
We have on the 31 skate bale bingo from the Habash crew from Glarus. They are pretty good. It's super fun to watch. It's like bingo on the mini ramp.
Okay.
And then the skaters
have a show. You got to get tricks to get your little card. Yeah, that's very cool.
It's really cool to see. So this is one of the biggest events that we do here, and it's nice.
That's awesome. That's next week?
The 31.
Oh, the 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on.
So you have David over there.
Yeah.
Who's everyone on this wall?
This woman is our lovely Ricky. She started with indie. She did everything, and then 2009 was the opening, and 2010 I came. So we was like both bosses. The second second boss, she was the boss, and because of her, is this. And I think it's really awesome what she created here, and I want to keep it.
That's
more
rad to see you carrying on her legacy.
Yeah. And she's coming on Thursday. She's gonna work behind the bar with Henry and Hazy from Burton.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
It's gonna be a fun night, for sure. It's a really special place for me here in LAAX. I will not do it because look, it's my 14th season. I really love it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but so much happiness. So yeah, this is a special place for sure.
Cool. Thanks for showing us around.
Thank you.
I am absolutely thrilled to be here in LAAX.
I love LAAX. The course is always so fun to ride.
Was LAAX gemacht hat für den Freestyle-Sport, das ist einfach gewaltig.
Welcome to the legendary LAAX Open. This is the one everyone wants to win. Look at that. There are no excuses for the riders. Astronomical, look at the size of it!
All right, I love your style. What are you wearing?
Hi, actually the jacket is from Oysho, the lingerie brand. The pants are Jon Snow. I bought them last year, but I didn't manage to use them, so this is the debut on the slope. And my shoes are Vans Standard OG.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What's your favorite feature about the outfit?
The pockets. I love the pockets. I'm the mom of 3, so yeah, I need a lot of space. Yeah, the pockets are the best.
Perfect.
All right, we are here at the top of LAAX with Nina Graf, who is the GM of sport at Zalando. We're so excited to talk to you today because I heard that this whole thing was made possible basically because of you.
I wouldn't say that. It's always team effort, right? But I'll be honest, this is like a dream come true. So I love skiing, I love snowboarding. So being here, it's so exciting. And just to be a part of this, we're so happy to be here.
It's really cool to see such a big company invest in something like this where there's so much culture involved versus like kind of a really strict square ski race kind of thing. Like what made you guys want to pull the trigger on this?
For sure. I mean, I think where I come from, right, which is kind of the sports industry, is we always want to be able to tell stories. There's so much thought that goes into the product of how it's made. There's such a big story behind the athletes of how they got that good, what motivated them to get there. And if you're only sponsoring a race or something big, you're never really able to tell that story, which is exactly why we wanted to partner with LAAX, why we wanted to be part of this, because this gives us an opportunity to bring sports that maybe are not always at the forefront actually to the consumers' lives. Also those that maybe aren't on the mountain every day or aren't as lucky as us to be able to be skiing or snowboarding regularly.
I feel like that's really cool. A lot of times, like the people that get featured the most are just the people on the podium. So it gives so many other riders, skiers, an opportunity to be seen and to share their story.
For sure. And that's what makes it so inspiring, right? I mean, sometimes the people on the podium can also just feel completely out of reach, or you only see the good parts, right? Where everything went well, when there's no injuries, when there's no bad luck, when there's nothing coming in. But what about everyone else? You know, what about that effort and everything that stood behind it, the people that supported them, the community that's been built around them? Those are actually the things that I think our customers, our viewers can connect with so much better. So that's what we want to tell.
Okay, I think that's awesome. That's sending the message that it's not just about winning, that it's about like the whole human experience. So I really love to hear that.
For sure. No, for sure. I mean, it's really all of us, or, you know, you win sometimes, but there's so many maybe setbacks, right? And everyone that's a winner once actually had to go probably through hundreds of setbacks to actually get their ones. So how do we make sure that that actually gets across and not just this filtered view of everything has to go perfect in order to get where you want to go?
Yeah, totally. I really think it is cool to see women in such big leadership positions. Like, seriously, I admire you so much for that. I also feel like some of the best ideas come from the brands with women in leadership positions. So what would you say to the women out there who are looking to be where you're at one day?
Oh, so I'll be honest, I never saw myself as a woman somewhere.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
I have to say, I think in the end, it really comes to do with the community and the mentors that you have, right? So are you able to create an environment? In my case, the people that were before me, to create an environment where I have a feeling now, and I can say right now, I never felt like this was a problem. But I think what's also important is representation, right? It's also what you're trying to build up, right? With your film series, with the Uninvited, trying to make sure that there's representation out there so people dare to step out and say, you know what, I'm not different. There's no reason for me to feel like I can't achieve everything I want to achieve because I'm seeing other cool people do it. And I think that's so important.
Yeah, other people that look like me, you know, they say, if you can't see it, you can't be it, so.
For sure, and that's just so motivating, right? It's just easier to relate to. I mean, to be fair, I look up to, you know, different athletes, all genders, and obviously there's some great male athletes out there, but there's so many badass women out there that you just kind of look up to and you say, that's exactly who I want to be, or this is what I want my daughter or my son, in my case, to actually see and say, oh, that is cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think it's so awesome that you guys are championing the women athletes as like just equally as the guys, so.
For sure.
How does it work when, or like at what point when you guys have this idea to do something this big, does leadership like put things into action on the ground? You know, like this is like, it's one thing, like you guys have this idea and you're talking about it, and then we're here and there's this massive event with all these activations and all these moving parts.
So to be honest, in the end, it's about a few really passionate people, right? It's a few really passionate people that really go deep into what is important in this culture. How do I get deeply embedded in it to make sure that whatever we're making is actually relevant, right? It's the marketing teams, it's the branding teams, it's the retail teams, it's the market that's on the ground in Switzerland that says, these are the consumers that are coming here. They actually, this is what they want to hear about. It's people that work in sports that say, listen, I know this environment. I know what we want to tell. And in the end, it's possibly a handful, you know, of people that are super passionate that say, we have this idea, please trust us, and we're gonna make this. And then, to be fair, as leadership, we come here, and all I can say is I've just been in awe of everything that I'm seeing, and just very proud of everything that's been achieved here.
Yeah, there's got to be so much work that goes into it. And when you finally see it on the ground, it is incredible. This is my first time at LAAX, and I'm really blown away by like the sense of community and just the mountain culture here, but not the like snobby mountain culture. It's like, you know, the counterculture. What is it about LAAX that made you guys want to do it here?
Yeah, I agree. So you said it very well. It's this mountain culture that I think is so special here, right? That it's not just a competition. I've been to a lot of skiing competitions. They're wonderful, but it's usually just about the race, and then no one cares about anything else, so to speak. In here, it's a festival, right? It's about people coming to obviously observe the athletes, to be part of this action. But then there's concerts, you know, and down at the bottom of the mountain. There's so many brands that are here that are just trying to observe all of this, get into the culture, and just really see what's important. So it's much more than just a race. It's just the whole movement around it.
I love that. You guys are really putting your money where your mouth is. Have you seen some pretty crazy outfits?
I have. I have. No, for sure. But again, that's part of the subculture, right? So that's what makes it so special. I'll be honest, I come here and I'm like, oh, that's where all the cool kids hang out.
Yeah, those pants are large, yes. The baggy pants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't see that in many other places.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Totally. That's one of, my favorite thing is just people watching here, but people watching that I can relate to. So yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us today and chat with us. And I know so many people will be stoked to hear from you.
Thank you for being with us. I mean, this is so exciting.
Yeah, I had a great time. Having a great time. More to come.
More to come.
Yeah.
Oh, I love your style. What are you wearing?
Okay, so today I got a helmet by a company called Rurock, gloves by Hestro, jacket by Peak Performance, and pants by the North Face, ski boots by Technica, and backpack from
Perfect. What's your favorite feature about the fit?
I love the jacket because it's a shell jacket with Vortex and Rico avalanche beacon. So for those of you that are a bit hot, it's a perfect layer and keeps you nice and dry.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Dude, that was fucking crazy.
You know how we do it? This is how we do it.
Energy's here, you're not ready for the wham. Energy's raw, I've never been glam. Energy's sure like bars will land, like a missile straight to the plan. Energy's more than everything, man. Energy's mad, don't mess with the ram. Certain things in life gotta overstand. That's disappointing, don't do this, man. With your energy, yeah, can't do this, man. Energy's here like a sizzling pan. 4 meetings already is urgent, fam. If the energy's right, we can do this, man. If the energy's right, we can do this, man.
Holy
energy, 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 one. The energy, energy, energy,
Looking at me, boy. Yeah, looking at me, girl.
All right, we're here at the Zalando Anytime Market, and we're here. This is actually my pro model snowboard from Capita, and we're gonna be giving one away today. I'm gonna fill out this postcard and put it in one of the balls for the claw machine. There's a claw machine inside that's totally free to try, and if you get the ball with the thing in it, one lucky individual is gonna win this board. So I'm gonna write a message for them, and then I'm gonna customize it with these Zalando stickers. So let's do this. And just to make it extra special, I'm definitely gonna sign this board. So let's take off the wrapper. Pro tip. There's a really cool story behind this graphic, and it's something that means a lot to me. You know, maybe too long to explain here, but it's just about like growing something out of hardship and heartbreak. So let me sign this thing. All right, so this is a cute graphic for sure, but there's definitely like a deeper story behind it. It's kind of about how difficult experiences in your life can actually grow into something bigger than you ever expected. And some of the best things in my life have grown out of difficult experiences. So here we have some tears that are watering a seed, and the seed sprouts. It's planted in a broken heart, and from that heart cracks open, and a beautiful flower grows out, and all these hands are the petals of all the community. And this is kind of just like the Uninvited contest and films and stuff. I felt really lonely, and then I created that, and this beautiful community grew out of it. And that's something that I never thought I would have, you know? So I was just trying to prove a point, and now I'm surrounded by all these amazing people and feel a lot of meaning in my life. So yeah, cute graphic, but it's got a bit more meaning behind it than meets the eye. So, and of course, I got to make this board extra special by signing it. So let's do this. All right. Good luck to you all. Hope you're good at the claw machine. I'm not.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, are you Jess?
Yes.
I'm also Jess. Hey, nice to meet you.
Is this the board?
Yes, this is the board we're giving away. And I wrote a congratulatory note. I guess you can put that in one of the little hamster balls and...
Yeah,
okay.
I have to fold it. Snowboard to win.
Very cool. Let's put it in the machine.
Yeah. All right, let's put it in.
Okay.
Want to hold this?
Yeah. So this is free for people to play?
Yeah, so one lucky person who fishes that out wins the snowboard.
Awesome.
If I can open it. All right, let's put it in. You want to hold this?
Yeah. All right.
So
this is free for people to play?
Yeah, so one lucky person.
It's not really sinking. Oh, these other ones are heavier.
The snowboard.
Awesome.
If I can open it.
I don't know.
Amazing. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna be excited.
I hope a girl wins it.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna see how hard this is.
Okay.
If you win your own board, it's gonna be hilarious.
I suck at these things. I'm not even gonna try. Let's get out of here.
If I were to describe this road, it hasn't always been an easy one. Resilience doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. It means coming out the other side with something to show for it. For me, that was this vision to create growth and opportunity for the next generation. This space that I wish that I had had. That's what this graphic is about. From the blood, sweat, and tears, a seed takes root. The heart cracks open and lets the light in, and from that crack, life finds a way. What grows out of that isn't just for me, it's this community. I want to build something better for those who follow me, what I think should have been there all along. This is the equalizer.
We're here with Dusty Hendrickson talking about the LAAX Open. So yeah, Dusty, I've never been to anything like this before. I've never even been to a big contest, but is this just like normal for you guys?
Yeah, we get to come here once a year for the contest, and then we also get to do some random shoots here, so sometimes twice a year, and yeah, 6th or 7th time to LAAX. I've no complaints.
It's really like snowboard or like freestyle based here. I didn't expect that. Is this kind of like the dream mecca for you guys to come and like train and skate and everything?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite places in Switzerland to come snowboard and just hang. Like the friends, like the community here is insane, like very positive and fun to be around, and mini ramps everywhere. And then they have a full-on this underground skate park. You can skate all winter, which is, I've never seen that anywhere, even in America. Like
yeah.
A place that has a sick resort with the best snowboard riding, and then you go home and you can skate, even when there's snow or rain and all that stuff.
Are you staying at the Ryder Hotel?
I usually stay at the Ryder Hotel. I'm in a random Airbnb this week, but no complaints.
Yeah, kind of a full week. I would say that like you're someone who lets their riding speak for itself. In general, like your style is just insane, and it's something that is like more and more rare in contest snowboarding. Does that just happen naturally? Like if someone throws you into the air, do you automatically have good style, or like is that something you're consciously trying to do?
Yeah, it's something I'm consciously trying to do, sort of. You want it to be natural, you know, so that's always been my goal when I watched my clips when I was younger, and I maybe had like my wrists were like this, or you know, these things that I kind of just messed with one thing at a time until eventually I kind of found my lane. And what helped the most was like just baggy clothes and like wearing the right stuff for my body type or whatever it is. But
so you're not exposed in tight pants?
Yeah, it's just, you know, I've got big lower half, you know, big old butt, so I can't wear skinny jeans.
Right.
You know, it looks weird. So
well, just wait, they're
all
coming
these
back,
things,
so.
you know, all these factors, like the wrists and the arms or whatever. But my dad is like as OG as it gets when it comes to snowboarding, and like he was a pro back in the day when there wasn't even tricks, you know, so it was like just all about turning on the board itself and like style, you know, so he's always been a real good guy, just like hands below the waist, you know, like if your hands are up here, you're nobody, all those things.
Okay, yeah. I always wonder about that because I have a lot of friends who are having young kids right now and they want them to snowboard so bad, and it's kind of like, my advice is like, don't push them too hard, because like I like snowboarding because my parents didn't like it, you know, like did you ever have like a stage of life where you were kind of like, Dad, I don't want to do this, you know? I
never had that, no, because my parents were definitely like strict, but I also saw them, like how hard they worked to get me to the events and all these things. So at the end of the day, when I wanted to cry because it's flat light, I could understand my dad's like annoyance. And it was never over the top. It was just like, dude, I worked all summer for this shit.
Yeah.
You better put those goggles on and throw down or we're out of here. But it's like
plus.
fair, you know, it's kind of fair. And it teaches you how to treat people as well, so.
Yeah.
But I have seen a lot of parents that are too much and too gnarly, and that's not fun. You know, you can't want it more than your kid. Your kid has to want it, and you just want to help them on their path.
Totally. That's cool. So you're gonna, if you had kids, would you snowboard with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get them surfing though.
Yeah, sweet. Get that flow going early.
I'll get them doing everything. I want them to, because I like to surf, but then I get over it. I'm like, get me out of here. I want to go to the mountains. And then same thing. I'm in the mountains for 7 months, and then I'm like, get me out of here. I want to go to the beach or go skate. Yeah. So yeah, that's what my parents gave me, was like just all the toys. You know, learn how to race moto and bicycles and snowboard and skateboard, and eventually figure it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I always wonder how you guys decide what your run is going to be. Like, do you decide it beforehand, or do you sometimes just bust something else out in the middle? Yeah, it all depends on the course itself, obviously, and what features play to your strengths. But it's usually pretty hard to figure out a run, or that's something that takes a day or two, and you're talking with your coach and your buddies and anyone and everyone. Like, what are you doing? How you feel? This and that. So that's like the main thing that I see, or I personally deal with a contest. It's like, get my run dialed, because then I can relax and I'm like, okay, yeah, I got that run. How many days do you guys usually practice? Oh, I don't have that run. I gotta work on some stuff. We have usually 2 days of practice. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So not 2 days of practice. No. And then X Games will get 3 days. Okay. Just because it's special, but most contests, chairlift lap, 2 days. Nice. And how does like style play into the contest scene, like as you see it? Because obviously, like sometimes contest riding is criticized for having no style, and that's one thing that I think you bring to the table and keep in it. Like, how do you feel about style, and how is it talked about like in that space? Yeah, I feel very strongly about style, because what we're dealing with. Daddy told you so. Yeah, I mean that stuff, and just what I love about snowboarding and what gets me fired up and what me and my friends do. We don't go out there and just try and spin until we hit the ground. Like, you're trying to do precise tricks and with good pop and have enough time to poke the grab and then slow down again and land. Like, style is just so much more than spinning until you hit. And that's what the judges are rewarding, is spinning until you hit, which is whatever it is exceptional. When someone does a 1900 and lands it and rides away, it's like, yeah, hard not to give that guy the win, but it's also like not what it's about. And there's so many other technically difficult tricks that aren't getting rewarded, that do have style. So that's kind of the argument now, I guess. It's not necessarily the big spins are worthless, but it's just these other tricks that are just as valuable are just totally just not even being seen. And and it's also with the spin to win sort of mindset, or just the way the judges have been judging it. There's no room for style. Like, they're not giving enough room for a small jump. Someone's going to do a quad cork. How am I supposed to do a 1600, one less 180? And you do it with style. It doesn't matter. They're still going to give it to the sketchy 18, which we're all trying to work on. We have meetings every day, and it's ridiculous. It's horrible. Did the judges brief you on what they're looking for, like at a riders meeting or anything like that? Or is it just assumed like spin till you hit the ground? No, all of our coaches and everything, that we do all these riders meetings throughout the week and talk about the course and what's working, what isn't, how are you going to judge these tricks on this feature versus these tricks on this feature. And it's something that we need to know as riders to make a run that's going to work, because you'll do something that's really technically difficult, but then just whatever rule the judges made up, it's not that day for that trick. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it's a pretty ridiculous ordeal. But me as a pro snowboarder and a lot of my friends, we all just want it to change. And so that's why we kind of put our heads down and keep doing this. Even though it sucks and we don't believe in it, we want it to change, and we want it to be like snowboarder. We want to get snowboarders to want to watch it, and that it's not happening right now. I'm a snowboarder. I don't watch unless I'm competing, because it sucks. It's not fun to watch. It doesn't make sense. There's nothing appealing about it, But so we're trying to get back to that like style or judges that just know the technical difficulty of the tricks. Yeah, I think like the easiest thing to do is complain about shit and then walk away and be like, that sucks. It's not for me. But like, respect to you for like hanging in there and being like, no, I want to change this and create something better for like the future generations of riders and bring style back into the center. Yeah. Sport's small enough as it is. Yeah. We want people interested and excited. Like, I don't know, just when I was growing up, I was excited to do double 12s and triples and crazy grabs. And I had a bunch of people older than me on the team that were just rippers. And now it's just kind of like quad, or what are you doing? What are you doing here? It's just, and you have to work out all summer to even have the strength to do that trick. When it does feel rewarding in a couple of senses, but I just want to see a good snowboard contest, and I want to see the tricks that are crazy and getting the people excited, or a dangerous trick. I want those to be in the mix. Yeah. Totally. So you mentioned you're on the national team. Do you also have sponsors? Like, I know you're an O'Neill rider. How does that play into like these events? Are you team managers here? Are there other team riders around that are your friends? Like, how does that go? Yeah, so me personally, I ride for another set of companies than most of my friends, but we all
the U.S. riders that are on the U.S. team, we're all best friends because we're on the team together, and they ride for Red Bull and Burton, and I ride for Solomon and this or whatever. But it's a really friendly family vibe, and the U.S. team is super supportive of you getting your own contracts and paying your own way, you know, because they can't fully support us.
Yeah.
So,
who do you ride for?
But a lot of teams will, like, you have to wear the outerwear
for the
of the
actual
team
Olympics,
for the team, and not just in the Olympics. Like the Japanese guys, you see them at every World Cup fully head to toe.
Yeah.
And the U.S. team's cool with that. They say if you don't have a contract, you wear their outerwear, but if you have your own contract, then you're all good. You can wear your outerwear.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, who are your sponsors?
Monster Energy, Solomon Snowboards, Oakley, Death Grip Gloves, and O'Neill.
Cool. And they're supportive in like do you think they're more supportive for your contest career than they would be if you were like filming video parts or kind of doing other things?
Me personally, I feel super stoked on all my brands. Like Monster's just like, once they gave me my hat, they're like, you could start racing cars, man. You're on. Like, forget about the contest. Like, you're on for more than just your competitive lifestyle. So it means a lot, and it's huge for me because it takes a lot of weight off my chest. I can just have fun and be myself and ride with my own style instead of be super stressed on having to make these quotas and doing these tricks that are super gnarly.
That's awesome. I saw a lot of people getting on the lift today, like with their teams, and there was a guy with like a tuning bench. And it made me wonder about like the equipment that you guys are using. Is it any different from the stuff that you can buy at the store? Like,
no, my board you could buy at the store and wax it up, and it's the same board as I'm riding. A couple of my friends who are maybe shorter or whatever, and they're super powerful riders, their sizes are too soft for them. Like they're just such powerful riders. They need the specified stiffer boards. But for the most part, everyone pretty much rides out of the box. And then for snow, we get them like structured. So depending on if it's like going to be a really cold couple trips, we'll get a certain structure, or if it's going to be really slushy, they do another structure. I personally don't do that just because it's kind of a hassle to send my boards away. For, like, once I get my boards, I just want them waxed and ridden. So I personally don't run structures too often, but you definitely can, and it makes a big difference with just like the consistency of your speed.
For sure. Yeah. And like if you know there's a venue that usually has big temperature variance and you want to make sure your speed's dialed. If
it's a specifically hard jump course to clear, you know, you're going to want that structure for sure.
No knuckles. So yeah, you mentioned surfing earlier, but I've also heard that from certain people that you're a really sick skateboarder too. Like, how do those things play into your style, and does it help, do you think? Like, and also, are you a different stance with either of those sports?
I'd say there's a couple things and reasons why skateboarding is important to me and why I do it. And I ride the same stance. I'm goofy, but I grew up skateboarding my whole life, and it's just skateboard all summer, snowboard all winter. And I did completely love, like in the summer, just like the difference in committing, having not being strapped in it definitely helps with my snowboarding. Because like, you know, say I'm even trying to front two onto a rail on my skateboard, like how easy is it going to be when I go strapped in? It's just with your eyes closed. So that factor helps a bunch, but then you have the backfall of getting hurt on your skateboard and not being able to snowboard. So now that the events are a little more serious and I don't want to miss the opportunity to shred, me and all my buddies who skate, we just put our boards away for like this winter pretty much.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the winter's over, it's like, it's kind of sucks because you don't get much warm up time, because in the spring is when you're like allowed to send it on your skateboard. But yeah, it's just kind of, you do what you can, try to. So last year I competed here, and the night before finals, I just needed to skate, and I went and skated just because I wanted to so bad. And I don't like to control my life off of like, what if this happens or what if that happens? Like I want to be able to go skate if I want to go skate, or go snowboard if I want to go snowboard. But I think it helps a lot. And then surfing is in the mix now. I love surfing, so that's as little injury as it gets. So that's kind of my favorite, is just to get the feeling of riding a board with not that much fear, you know? And then if I'm feeling like pushing myself, I'll grab my skateboard. And yeah, I think all three of them, it's just a really fun lifestyle. And like I said earlier, you just get bored kind of doing anything too long. So it's nice to always just be changing it up. And it's always new, it's always fun.
Totally. So what are you most excited about coming to LAAX?
My favorite part about coming to LAAX and why I would invite all my friends is a bunch of different factors, but it doesn't have anything to do with the LAAX Open. It is the helicopter pad at the top and the cheap lift ticket. It's not cheap, but it makes sense. And the community here is phenomenal. We've got one of my best friends, Young Dolly. He's got that company Drink Sexy, but he kind of grabs any friend who's a friend of a friend and just takes care of them with, like, he's got a little bar so you can he makes these drinks and stuff, and just very welcoming community. So that's really nice. It's very unique to see too. Like a lot of places, it's very cliquey and they don't want you and their crew, whatever. But here it's just like, you got a snowboard? Come over here, and then next thing you know, we're down here just having the best time ever. And it's not, you can't go crazy or party or really get into any trouble. Like all you can do is have just great combos, and it's just a very positive place. And the culture with the skating and the graffiti and it's so fun. It's so much fun.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for making time to talk with me today. I know you're super busy with practice and everything, so.
No worries.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
thank
people will
you
be
guys.
stoked to hear from you.
Hallelujah. Have a fun week.
Yeah, cool.
I love your style. What are you wearing?
Okay, so today I got a helmet by a company called Rock, gloves by Hestra, jacket by Peak Performance, pants by the North Face, ski boots by Technica, backpack from
Perfect. What's your favorite feature about the fit?
I love the jacket because it's a shell jacket with Gore-Tex and Rico avalanche beacon. So for those of you that are a bit hot, it's a perfect layer and keeps you nice and dry.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
We're here at the Burton store in LAAX with Bernice, a local rider, local pipe rider, but you're actually from here, aren't you?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, I'm more from like the flat part of Switzerland.
Okay.
I grew up near Zurich, but I came up to the mountains since I was very young. So yeah, Switzerland is tiny, so this kind of is my home.
Yeah, right. It's kind of the neighborhood over.
Yeah.
Do you live in LAAX now?
I do have a shared apartment here, which is really sick. But the summers I spend more like at my parents' place to also see my friends and like my family. But winters I mostly spend here or like around the globe for competing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like there aren't as many super pipes as there used to be. So that's really cool that you have one basically in your backyard. And I've heard it's one of the best in the world.
Yes, definitely. It's probably the most sick one to ride the whole winter through. They're doing a great job here in LAAX to maintain it. And we're also really blessed in Switzerland to have we have 3 super pipes. And that's so much for like this tiny country. And yeah, we're really blessed with like ski resorts, snow resorts and snow parks. It's really awesome.
Does it feel like the management or whoever the powers are at this place like put a lot of emphasis on the freestyle aspect?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, in Switzerland, like alpine skiing and skiing in general is really big. And LAAX just invest their money into freestyle sports, and that's really awesome to see. And like the whole community comes here to ride and to live and to just spend some time together as a community, and I think that's really beautiful about LAAX.
Do you ever hang out at the Freestyle Academy?
Yeah, sometimes now and then. Not as much as I used to. As a kid, I spent a lot more time there to like spend more time on the trampoline and stuff. And now my life is maybe a bit more hectic.
Yeah.
With like traveling and trainings and stuff. And I mean, obviously airbags got more and more important the past years. So we spend more time there, but yeah. I mean, definitely everyone hangs out at the Freestyle Academy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing like people talk about how this is like the snowboard mecca, but it really is everywhere you look. It's not just the participants, it's like the managers and the owners and the business owners and stuff. So that's
They're all really passionate about freestyle sports in general, and especially snowboarding, most of them.
You're part of a generation that didn't grow up wondering if snowboarding was going to survive, and you might even think that's a crazy statement to make. Actually, maybe you can relate it to wanting to know if super pipe snowboarding is going to survive. Yeah. But how much do you hear about like the legacy or everything that came before you and like paying tribute to that? Do you hear about it at all? Do you just not think about it at all? Is there pressure?
I feel like everyone hears about that, right? We're one sport, one community, and I came into snowboarding really at an early age. I started snowboarding when I was about 5 years old.
Wow.
And snowboarding is just a big part of me and my life since I can remember, basically. And so for me, it is a part of me, and like I am like aware of some of the snowboarding culture, of course, not of everything, because I'm not 50 years old. I didn't like experience all of it myself, but I think snowboarding, everyone that is into snowboarding should know some of it. Yeah.
Who did you grow up idolizing?
I mean, for sure, Jamie Anderson. And then I remember that Yuri Podlachikov won the Olympics in Sochi, right, in 2014. And it was like the first Olympics that I was like aware, like what is going on, and like that I'm doing the same sport as they're doing in the TV. And that was a big inspiration for me at the time, of course, because I mean, he's Swiss, and yeah, I mean, the Swiss snowboarding team in general, they did great at this time. They were like very successful, and that pushed me for sure. I mean, it gave me some kind of
like motivation.
Yes, for sure, like motivation,
inspiration,
and then they also kind of felt closer to me because they were Swiss.
Right. So it felt more possible for you. You could see yourself doing it.
Yeah. And at some point I was in the same team with them, and that was at first, I mean, it was very special.
Like on the Swiss national team?
Yeah. I mean, I was very young. I was more like on the junior team, but we crossed paths. And yeah, I mean, we do have some great inspiration within the team, but also, of course, outside the team. Yeah, or like from other nationalities, from other disciplines.
Very cool. Speaking of other disciplines, I heard that you're kind of interested in riding in the backcountry and doing are we talking freestyle backcountry, or are we talking big mountain lines?
Maybe a little bit of both. I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time in the backcountry up until now. Burton gave me the opportunity to take part in the low maintenance camp at Boldface.
Okay.
2 years ago, if I remember correctly. And that was so awesome. That was like my first time like really going into the backcountry, and it was very special for me to go to Baldface and like hang out at this place, and like you just hear so much of Baldface, and it really exceeded my expectations in every aspect. It was like the sickest place I've ever been in my entire life. And yeah, that was so awesome. And like, other than that, I'm more like, I did ride a lot of side country.
Seems like there's a lot here. Going up the chair, you're like, wow, this is like a skate park, natural, but with more snow.
Sick terrain, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, if there's snow, I love taking some turns in the side country, or yeah, preferably backcountry. But
that's really cool. Watching like Nicholas Mueller ride, he rides the backcountry as if it's just a bunch of transitions. So I think it would be so cool to see someone who can, like, I don't think that anything takes more skill and accuracy than riding pipe, straight up.
Yeah.
And especially riding like a big pipe.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really cool to see what you can do on those transitions and not just like build a cheese wedge step down, you know?
Yes, for sure. And I mean, there are a lot of great, amazing backcountry riders that were riding pipe.
Yeah, I
like
believe
Ben
it.
Ferguson, or also Elina Hyde, and there are multiple more.
Yeah.
And it's just sick. I feel like, yeah, edge control is so important in the half pipe, and it can transfer nicely to backcountry.
Yeah, and just accuracy.
That as well, for sure.
I was watching the practice today, and I was like, wow, you have to be so specific and think there's such a small margin for things. So you're going to kill it in the backcountry.
Thanks.
And you're going to be like, whoa, the landings are all soft. I love this. Yeah.
But if you fall, you fall times.
A long time. Yeah. We call that the tomahawk.
Yeah, the tomahawk. I've experienced that before, don't worry.
Yeah. I know, it just keeps going and going. What do you think coming up as like an athlete, like in a structured sport where like everything's kind of dictated by like your sponsorships and the organization and stuff, like what do you think your generation or people in your position are fighting for now? Like, do you feel like you're fighting for anything? Is it just kind of like a fight against yourself and your own?
I mean, everyone is fighting for something, right? I mean, there wouldn't really be competition if not everyone would be fighting for something. Some of them are fighting for the win, some of them are fighting more against themselves, kind of, to get better, to have the progression against themselves, basically. But I mean, snowboarding for sure is different than it was 30 years ago, right? We don't have to discuss about that. It is just different. Snowboarding is at a different place, but I don't think it has to be necessarily good or bad. It's just a different time of snowboarding culture. And yeah, I feel like what is very special about snowboarding, even though it is like a structured sport, there's still more freedom to it than in other sports.
For sure.
Because you still have to like, I believe personally that you just have to have fun in snowboarding. It has to be your favorite thing. Otherwise you won't be successful.
Yeah, it
either
won't
in
reflect in your
or
riding.
like in more core snowboarding aspects like filming.
Yeah. What do you want to pass on to the next generation? If you think, I don't know if that's something you've thought about much, but.
It is. I mean, I just want to inspire some people. I just want to give some younger girls the hope or like the trust that it is possible to do good in snowboarding. And I know it's not easy, especially like that nowadays the progression is so crazy and you have to do so much hard tricks to even get to like a World Cup final or even a World Cup, and that can be very intimidating if you're young. But yeah, I mean, it is possible, and if you're dedicated to it, if you're working hard but you can still keep the fun with like snowboarding and working hard, and if it's, yeah.
I bet there's so many young Swiss girls that are looking up to you being like, she's there, I could do it. Just the same way you looked at Yuri at the Sochi Olympics, so.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, even if it's only one girl, I feel like I did something good.
And it doesn't have to be like the Olympics either. It might, like, you don't know how many girls are hiding in the trees watching you train at pipe, so.
And also, like, I feel like snowboarding brings me just so much joy. I hope, like, I can just pass that joy on to other people.
What does a brand partnership mean to you?
I mean, it means the world. Since I was growing up with snowboarding, it was like a goal of mine, or like I was dreaming of.
That's like the ultimate.
Yeah, I was dreaming of being sponsored by Burton, and yeah, I mean, just Burton contributed so much to snowboarding, so I feel very special to be kind of part of that.
What do you think it was that made that your, like, what was it about Burton that made that your goal? Like, was it the team? Was it the product? Was it just the whole picture? Was it the image?
Probably a little bit of everything.
Right.
But I really liked the team and what they were doing for snowboarding with like the Burton European Open and the Burton US Open.
Because this used to be the Burton European Open, right?
I was lucky enough to experience one of that.
Awesome. As a Burton rider or as a Burton hopeful?
I wasn't on Burton by then. I was like probably 11 years old. I was riding the Burton European Open Junior Open.
You just wanted the gift bag.
No, I didn't actually. I actually got second.
Oh, no way.
And then I was like allowed to ride the semifinals with like all the pros, and that was like the biggest thing for me at the time to like, be there on this stage with everyone else. That was very special. Yeah.
That's so cool. Were you competing in the semifinals? Like you got a spot in semifinals?
I was. Wow. I probably didn't do well because, as I said, I was like 11 years old or something, but I still remember it was very special for me.
Have you ever actually been in a semifinal where someone from like the junior division got bumped into yours?
No, I don't think. There is like the junior LAAX Open where they're trying to do like a smaller LAAX Open for the kids, and I think that's really awesome, but this happens in a little later.
Okay, later in the season.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also not possible because it's a World Cup, right? So you have to meet these kind of standards to be even allowed to compete at the World Cup. But I still think it's awesome that LAAX is doing the junior LAAX Open. Yeah.
So yeah, I walked into the store and I see all these colorful boards with these cool quotes on them. Like, what's the deal with those?
So they were designed by Burton to contribute to the legacy of Jake Burton. And these are all quotes of Jake. And I think they should just give snowboarding, or like the community of snowboarding, something back, and just to remember Jake and to be reminded what snowboarding is all about.
That's amazing. Were you able to pick your own quote?
Yes, I picked this board right here.
Okay.
And it says, "Here at Burton, we take our fun seriously." And I just think that's a very beautiful quote because it reminds you that snowboarding is about more than like competing. It's like about having fun, and I really love to have Burton on my side that also like wants to represent that.
Yeah, that must feel good with all the pressure of being a contest rider. It's literally like written on the board that you're standing on that it's okay to have fun, and that should also come first, and it's not just your results, you know? Because like you said, like the fun, if you're having fun, it's going to show in your riding. So I Definitely.
You can tell who's having fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hopefully one day you get a pro model board and you can put your own quote on there.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Thanks.
All right, I love your style. What are you wearing?
Yeah, Body Love scarf, Body Love hoodie, best streetwear in town. Yes, 32 pants, comfy, warm. Yes, that's it.
Perfect. What's your favorite feature about the outfit?
It's super comfy. I can just ride in the park and don't feel bothered by it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I am absolutely thrilled to be here in LAAX. I love LAAX. The course is always so fun to ride.
Was LAAX gemacht hat für den Freestyle-Sport, das ist einfach gewaltig.
Welcome to the legendary LAAX Open. This is the one everyone wants to win. Look at that. There are no excuses for the riders. Astronomical, look at the size of it!
Do Ask Me Anything, where people ask me anything. So let's do this. Oh, I mean, it's not the crazy. I was just an out of control person coming up in snowboarding, and the guy that was running the crew was just like, settle down, you danger pony. So that it just kind of stuck from there. But yeah, I was just a loose cannon, like on my snowboard. Well, I have a really old nickname, and that's Dumpster Spice. In high school, we had to like recreate a pop video in video class, and like a pop music video. So we did a Spice Girls video, but I was like singing from inside a dumpster, and after that they called me Dumpster Spice. It's just kind of a spoof. That was my username on snowboard.com too at first. So. I mean, it would be a hot dog, and then a board slide would be a hamburger. So if we're going with food. I was like going to like kind of, there was this big overpass, like over top like a pavement road, a couple meters high, maybe 4 meters high. And I was trying to like slide across it, and then just for like the photo of being high above the road, and I slipped off and flipped down onto like, I landed like this far from the concrete. I still like really hurt my knee, but it's a pretty crazy shot. What were the early signs? I mean, just like being really depressed and feeling super isolated, and at a time where it wasn't really something you talked about. And if you told people about it, they kind of either got like awkward or, yeah, I think probably after like hitting my head a bunch of times and just feeling really crappy, and people are like, oh, that's normal after an injury, you know, but I think when things start getting really dark, like that's definitely a sign to get some help. And I love that we're talking about it more today instead of just pretending it's not happening or telling people to toughen up or whatever. Like, bitch, I am tough, but I also need support sometimes for my mental health. I think the biggest thing is that isn't like the actual physical trauma, but the fact that you're bypassing that inner voice always, that anyone, like, it's just like a human, natural for humans to be like, don't fall 100 feet off that thing, don't do this thing, and you're just kind of like shutting that down for so many years. Because like anyone that says they're never scared is full of shit. Like all these things we're doing are scary, but we just do them anyways. And I think you hit bypass on that so many times, like your body and your brain doesn't trust you anymore. So you just don't, you just kind of like are left in a really sketchy mental state eventually. So I think like sometimes it feels really great to be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And people are like, what do you mean? It's like, no, I'm not. And then it's just something you never get to do as an athlete, is say no. So I think saying no can be powerful too. Probably tuck tape, which is like Canadian sheathing tape for houses, but it'll stick to stuff even when it's wet. And like if you like rip a piece off with your mouth, it'll rip a piece of skin off. So definitely tuck tape. And then probably a mouth guard for preventing concussions. And then maybe like a file probably for just like fixing your edges after they get shredded. I don't play video games, so do I just get to pick from those two? Show me them again. Let me see what I feel more. Oh, Chaos Goblin, for sure, not Rail Wizard. No, Chaos Goblin. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think that it's only for young people, because there's a lot of people now, like, at first, there was never like a second generation of snowboarders like there was in surfing, you know, because it's a way older sport. So now I think older and older people are doing it and finding ways to enjoy it that aren't necessarily like doing crazy stuff, but more just feeling the flow of it and finding the soul in it again. Oh, switch backside 180s. It's not that I don't hate doing that, I just hate that I'm so bad at doing it. And the thing about them is you have to like hold this super nonchalant position in the air, and I am a chaos goblin in the air when I am doing that trick. So I'd rather just watch it and not try to like ruin the trick for other people to see. The difficult part about it is that you have to not move at all when all your body wants to do is move, because you're taking off backwards and all you want to do is flail to get like when you throw a cat in the air. That's how it feels, but you just have to go like dead sailor kind of and let it come around, because otherwise you over rotate. And yeah, to me it's a really, really, really hard trick. As soon as I hit my head, that's usually when it's time to pack it up, pack it in. Probably like you're gonna land it or you're gonna be fine, I don't know. There's a lot of tactics you find to push yourself into doing something anyways. Also like just get into the air. Like I'll tell myself sometimes just like point your board that way and see what happens. And sometimes something good happens and sometimes something bad happens. But I think it's just like get started, as in turn your board and move with the momentum. And that's before you can stop yourself. And that's something that I've also been doing in like business and event production and film production too, is like, okay, just go for it. You don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it. I think seeing this new generation of girls who don't feel like they have that barrier, that success, and seeing people like back in the day, like there were so many talented girls, but it didn't mean that they were gonna go somewhere because like there was only one spot for them, or there were so many reasons or excuses everyone would use to say, no, this person's not gonna get this opportunity. But nowadays, seeing that if you're talented and you wanna do it, you're gonna be able to do it. So being stoked for other people to succeed, I feel like if I can like help people along the way, then their success is my success too. It's definitely Marie-Francois in Any Means, this Rome snowboard team movie that came out, I think, in 2006. And that was the first video part that I'd seen from a girl that was like, she was put, like elevated on the same level as all the guys on the team. And back then that just didn't happen. Not only that, it was like the most groundbreaking riding of all time. Like all of these never been done tricks and on these huge features with such good style and with like attitude and personality. And none of the, like at the time they were really trying to portray girls as this like sparkly unicorn bullshit. And she wasn't like, you know, purposefully trying to not be that, but she was just being herself and she was being celebrated for it. And then she won like all the awards and everyone would always be like, girls suck, but not her. And just overhearing that they were saying, there is one that doesn't suck, made you think like maybe one day I could be one that doesn't suck, which is so funny today because there's that really, besides like some trolls on the internet, there really isn't that attitude. But I think that's why, like, sometimes people are like, why are you so hardcore about this? You know, like, things are fine for the girls. It's like, because that's where I came from and I don't want to go back, you know? I'm actually going to Japan with her next week. So she was my, like, biggest life hero ever. And whenever I met her, she was so kind and would, like, give me the bindings off her snowboard so I could sell them and make my rent. Like, there were so many times meeting her that just changed like that's a huge reason of why I'm doing what I am today, because I was so desperate and had been like kicked down so many times, and then my biggest hero walks in the door and gives me the time of day and cares about what I'm doing, and that just gave me like such a boost that I was like, if I ever make it in snowboarding, I'm gonna be like her. So that's, yeah, when I first moved to Whistler, I sent her like a DM being like, hey, you're my favorite, like my video premieres tonight from like my local thing, like I'll leave you a ticket at the front desk. And I was like, she's never gonna answer, but she showed up to the premiere and then came to the after party at my house. So, and until last year I was too scared. Like that was let's see, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 13 years ago, 14 years ago. Ben's in the background going like this. And only last year did I finally have the balls to actually be like, hey, would you ever want to go riding with me? You know, so yeah, we did that last year. No, the year before that. Then we went to Japan again last year, and we went to Japan again this year. Make your own crew, make your own thing. When I made the Uninvited, I didn't even know if anyone was gonna join it, and what I didn't realize coming out of it is that I was gonna create my own community and my own crew, and that we didn't need to be included in everything else, because I think just create your own thing with people that are willing to hang out with you, and if nobody is, create your own thing, and trust me, there's gonna be people very soon that are gonna be willing to hang out, so.